2550 is good enough. Let's see 2550. What's the time code say? Brian Callen's ayahuasca trip.
That's it. That's what it says.
Oh, I forgot about this, dude. Okay, so this one's actually pretty fucking funny because Brian starts talking about how he went on this ayahuasca trip. These guys, these celebrities, they think that like they go on ayahuasca and like shit their pants for like a couple days in some desert somewhere.
Now they're enlightened.
It fixes their whole fucking life. They go, now I'm eating quinoa, I'm on keto. You know what I mean? They all like go, oh, it's the whole thing. I'm doing the red light therapy, you know? Rogan's freezing himself every single morning. Like an ice cube.
Yeah.
This guy is freezing himself.
The polar plunge or ice bath.
Exactly. He has to thaw himself the fuck out in the middle of the afternoon. Every day. He's thawing himself out like as if you actually found him. Like as if he was an ice caveman or something. Like as if you found him in a fucking ice sculpture. He thaws himself out in the middle of the day. This asshole. So Brian's going to tell us about his ayahuasca trip. I liked this. I thought this was funny because Brian's trip's not like everybody else's.
Okay.
And the funniest part about it, this is what, before we get into it, this is the thing that I really reveled in the most. Brian doesn't want to tell this story, and Brendan knows the story because Brendan's friends with Brian, and he keeps telling him, no, tell the whole story. Tell the whole story. It's so fucking funny.
You know who that motherfucker is?
The giant,
that 20-year-old heavyweight?
Oh, yes.
Bro.
Yeah.
Did you see what he did to Dillian White?
Yes, he's a problem.
Bro.
Yes.
He's
no
a
joke.
problem.
Yeah.
That guy's a
Is he only
real
20?
problem. 20 years old.
Yeah.
He's
Wow.
just slightly older than Tyson was when he won the title, so he can't be the youngest guy to ever win the title.
Damn.
This motherfucker is so fast. He moves like a middleweight.
I know.
I hate how Joe does that type of shit. He says like sometimes he'll say stuff as if like when he's finished saying it, you're gonna go, holy shit! Like, you know, he goes, he's a problem. He's a problem. You're like, I get it, bro. Like, I get it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I hate when people do that. I can't stand that. You're like, am I hard of hearing? Do I seem deaf to you? Did I seem like not entertained by what you were saying?
That might be the problem.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, what the fuck?
Tom,
Look at that.
watch this
Look at
guy.
that. That's that Samoan or whatever it is.
Bro, look at the fucking skill. It's the skill, the movement back and
Dylan
forth.
White's no joke either. Dylan White's no joke. Look at this shit.
It'd be nice if he said his name right. It's Dillian.
Damn. Look, Joe already talking shit there. He goes, get his name right. It's Dillian. That's fucked up, dude. To say that to your fucking mate like this.
Bro.
Yes.
He's
no
a
joke.
problem.
Yeah.
That guy's
Is he
a
only
real
20?
problem. 20 years old.
Yeah.
He's
Wow.
just slightly older than Tyson was when he won the title, so he can't be the youngest guy to ever win the title.
Damn.
This motherfucker is so fast. He moves like a middleweight.
I know.
Here's Tom.
Look at that.
Watch this
Look at
guy.
that. That's that Samoan or whatever it is.
Bro, look at the fucking skill. It's the skill, the movement back and
Dylan
forth.
White's no joke either. Dylan White's no joke. Look at this shit.
It'd be nice if he said his name right. It's Dillian.
Be nice if you said his name right. It's Dillian.
But
Who the fuck does this guy think he is? I never understood that. Joe is 4'3", dude. Like, you can't be like that when you're that short. I don't give a fuck how hard you can kick. You know?
it's all right. Bro, he tuned this guy up. One round, man. I mean, again, White is past his prime.
He's also gotten
and-
beat up. White's gotten.
Yeah, sure. Tyson Fury beat him
Yeah.
up. A lot of guys
But
beat
this
him
is
up.
the
but
test
still,
you want for this young contender.
It's the way he did it. He
Yes.
did it like, I'm a world champion.
Mop the floor with it.
Yeah,
Didn't
like-
Deontay Wilder start him as well?
Oh, I don't know if they fought. I don't know if Deontay fought Dillian White.
They're trying to do Deontay Wilder Francis. They're talking shit to each other.
Yeah.
Take my fucking money.
Yeah, take
that.
my
See
money.
that's not
Take
an
my
exhibition. That the MMA boxing. Take my take my fucking
But
money.
Crawford
Somebody's getting
Canelo's
knocked
not
out.
an exhibition, Bob.
Oh, you know what happened? I think I might have. I was supposed to clean these up a little bit. I think I was supposed to clean the time codes up a little
Like from
bit.
doing a 10-day ayahuasca retreat.
There we go. So I was a little bit. All right. So we're still on track.
I lost
Yeah.
the killer and think the killer.
Really?
is-
Ayahuasca took his
I think
darkness.
So, yeah.
That happens to a lot of guys.
Really?
Yeah, they come back and they're just like too sweet.
Some
My
say,
buddy
some say
just-
all of
Too
them.
sweet.
My buddy just
too nice.
came back from doing a 10-day ayahuasca retreat. He's made billions of dollars. And he goes, I go, how was it? He goes, it was intense. And I go, oh, that's cool. And he goes, I just have a deeper appreciation for my friends.
Fuck you.
You know, all right, so you notice how he's like, my friend went, he made billions of dollars, you know what I mean? He has to like bring that point out.
Yeah.
Brian like has to pretty much he has to signal out to other people like I still hang out with important people from time to time. And this is the reason why. It's because a couple of years ago, Brian had some allegations on him of the sexual harassment nature. You understand?
Okay.
So Brian's getting these sexual harassment fucking allegations, right? They're trying to charge this guy. Shit starts getting bad. Brian starts getting let go from projects. People stop talking to him off of this. This is like when Me Too was still popping. You know, nowadays a girl could practically get fucking groped in the goddamn office and everyone goes, oh, she's just crying wolf. It's just some Me Too bullshit, you know what I mean? Especially with Trump in office, they're grabbing him by the pussy now. You know what I mean? And it's cool. It's cool nowadays. So Brian, he kind of missed that window, you know? He was a little bit too early on the grab him by the pussy trend. So he actually had to deal with the fallout of that. Again, people stopped fucking with him. It got to the point to where the production company that like had basically hired him and Brendan to do Fighter and the Kid were like, you either get rid of Brian or, you know what I mean, we're going to stop the show. So he had to even leave. So it was the Fighter and the Fighter again for a little bit, you know? There was no Kid. Brendan had to do the show by himself. So now Brian is finally starting to kind of come off of the shit storm of that.
Mm-hmm.
Finally starting to book some shows again in comedy. People are starting to talk to him. Look, he's back on Fight Companion. You know, that shit was going on. Callan was not doing Fight Companion, okay?
He wasn't doing anything.
He wasn't doing anything. Nobody wanted to touch him. So now he has to let people know. He has to go, yeah, my friend, he did some ayahuasca. He's a billionaire. They still fuck with me. They still fuck with me out there in that world.
It's like too sweet.
My buddy
say
just-
all of
Too
them.
sweet.
My buddy just
too nice.
came back from doing a 10-day ayahuasca retreat. He's made billions of dollars. And I go, how was it? He goes, it was intense.
Make sure, did you clock that?
Yeah.
Did you clock that? Did you write down that his friend is a billionaire?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Because he wanted us to know, so I want to make sure that you know.
Billionaire.
Okay. Billionaire what? Friend.
Friend.
Okay.
And I go, oh, that's cool. And he goes,
I couldn't get
just
it
have
to
a
play.
deeper appreciation for my friends.
Fuck you. Did you say that?
It was great. He goes, I thought about you. I was like, oh boy, this is getting awkward.
I
but
was
it
rock
great.
hard thinking about. Did you
You
tell?
should say, hey, give me some money.
Yeah, I know.
While he's still high.
I love it. Pay my mortgage. Pay my
this
mortgage
wears
and my
off.
alimony.
Before
Yeah,
this
while he's
wears
still
off.
high. Cut me a check.
Hey, did you tell
love
Rogan?
that.
Did you tell Rogan that time you did ayahuasca?
Uh-oh.
Nah, it was mushrooms. I don't want to get into that.
Uh-oh.
What'd you do?
No, hey,
Mushrooms.
it got real bad.
Tell him.
I
he
literally
he did the God dose or whatever. He didn't mean to. He
Dude,
did the
I did
God
3
dose.
grams and I was in Mother Earth's vagina. And then I did 4 more grams because I was invited to take more medicine. And the sun sucked me into his mouth and spit me out into one of the upper rings
No,
of hell.
but tell me.
I hate this shit. Why do you have to add on to the whole, you know? It's like, yo, tell them about the trip. You could have been like, it was crazy. I was seeing stuff. Like, I thought I saw this. And when people say it as if like it actually happened, like he goes, I got sucked into Mother Earth's vagina. It's like, come on.
Right.
You know? For some reason, at least to me, adding in like I saw or it felt like, you know, changes that. Like if he goes, it felt like I got like sucked into Mother Earth's vagina or something. Like that's different, you know?
Right.
And
Then saying it actually happened.
yeah, like then being like, no, I was there. I was in the labia. You know what I mean? Like you're like, dude, shut the fuck up, man. What are you talking about? Let's listen to that again. He goes, I was sucked into Mother Earth's vagina, and he has that raspy ass voice. I can't do it that well. He goes, I was sucked into Mother Earth's vagina. He talked like an asshole.
It got real bad.
Tell him.
I
he
literally
did the God dose or whatever. He didn't mean to. He
Dude,
did
I
the
did
God
3
dose.
grams and I was in Mother Earth's vagina. And then I did 4 more grams because I was invited to take more medicine. And the sun sucked me into his mouth and spit me out into one of the upper rings
No,
of hell.
but tell him what you're doing in real life.
In
Don't
hell.
tell him what the word
so,
you're saying.
so I'm going to just say this.
Now Brendan won't let him go. Brendan's that friend. He goes, tell him what you did in real life. Meanwhile, you can't see it here. Meanwhile, Brendan is rocking a full Slim Shady underneath that hat.
I can see.
He's rocking a full ass Slim Shady right now. Look at Brendan.
Was
Is it also in a mohawk?
Something like that. Something like that. That's you can't see it that well in this frame, but that's blonde. That's a
I can tell.
bleach.
And I was in mother's vagina, and then I
Bleached.
did 4 more grams because I was invited to take more medicine, and the son sucked me into his mouth and spit me out into one of the upper rings
No,
of hell.
but tell them what you're doing in real life.
In
Don't
hell.
tell them what the words
so,
you're saying.
so I'm gonna just say this. I apparently
Look, do you see Callan look over to the side?
Like, shut
Yeah,
the fuck
Callan's
up.
like looking over, like, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, I'm trying. See, I hate Spotify's video player. YouTube will let you go back frame by frame. Spotify, actually, if I don't catch it when I fucking hit pause, it's a wrap. I either catch it in the moment or I'm going back 15 goddamn seconds.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, what the hell am I supposed to do with that?
because I thought I was in hell. Apparently, for 4 hours, I was asking for a manager. I was asking to speak to a manager.
In hell?
Yeah, because I needed to get out of there. Because I was like, I need to speak
I'm
to a
not
manager.
supposed to be in hell.
I don't believe I'm a good person. I just tripped into a portal. I need to get home.
So now look, let's we'll go back and I'll let you hear it uncut. But so he says, first of all, it wasn't ayahuasca, it was mushrooms, right? And Brendan's like, no, tell him the whole story. Tell him the whole story. He goes, okay, so I took 3 grams, and then I was, starting to feel kind of crazy. Then I took 4 more. The sun was chewing me out, treating me like a Zin, keeping me in its upper lip, and then spitting me out. And then what does he say after? He goes, and then Brendan's in the background. He goes, tell him what you were saying. Tell him the words that you were saying, So now he goes, I was walking around asking them for a manager because I thought I was in hell and I wasn't supposed to be in hell. So I was walking around this place asking them for a manager going, excuse me, sir. I don't know if I'm in the right place. Imagine. So this is good on its own. This is good right here on its own. Imagine this guy who has been, just recently, as, less than 5 years ago, accused, allegedly, of sexual harassment. Walking around a fucking resort, an ayahuasca resort, going, excuse me, can I speak to a manager, please? He can barely even
So
walk.
it is a resort that this is
That's
actively
what they
happening.
do. Yeah, they do.
Okay,
that.
so then whatever.
So he's
Yeah.
now walking around this fucking resort, right? There's people from all over the goddamn world at these goddamn things. All of them are rich as fuck. And he's going, can I speak to the manager, please? Oh, heavens me. Can I speak to the manager? I believe that I've been brought to the wrong floor. I seem to be in hell. So if someone could please let me speak to the manager, so he could point me in the right direction and get me out of here. That's good right there on its own. But you have Brendan in the background. He's sitting there going, tell him the real story. Tell him the real story. So it somehow gets better than that. It somehow was wilder than that.
Just have a deeper appreciation for my friends.
Fuck you. Did you say that?
This is uncut. We're going to listen to the whole thing because I've been chopping it up real bad. But that was kind of the gist of it.
It was great. He goes, I thought about you. I was like, oh boy, this is getting awkward.
I
but
was
it
rock
great.
hard thinking about. Did you
You
tell?
should say, hey, give me some money.
Yeah, I know.
While
cool, man.
he's still high.
I love it. Pay my mortgage. Pay my
this
mortgage
wears
and my
off.
alimony.
Yeah,
Before this
while he's
wears
still
off.
high. Cut me a check.
Hey, did you tell
love
Rogan?
that.
Did you tell Rogan that time you did ayahuasca?
Nah, it was mushrooms. I don't want to get into that.
What'd you do?
No, hey, it got real bad.
Tell him.
I
he
literally
did the God dose or whatever. He didn't mean to. He
Dude,
did the
I did
God
3
dose.
grams, and I was in mother's vagina, and then I did 4 more grams because I was invited to take more medicine, and the son sucked me into his mouth and spit me out into one of the upper rings
No,
of hell.
but tell him what you're doing in real life.
In
Don't
hell.
tell him what the words
so,
you're saying.
so I'm gonna just say this. I was apparently I was because I thought I was in hell. Apparently,
side eye. That side eye gets me every time when he goes, tell him what you were doing in real life. And Brian Callen goes, bro, you shut the fuck up, man.
for 4
There's 10 million people listening to this. You're going to fucking do this to me.
hours, I was asking for a manager. I was asking to speak to a manager.
In hell?
Yeah, because I needed to get out of there because I was like, I need to speak
I'm
to a
not
manager.
supposed to be in hell.
I don't believe I'm a good person. I just tripped into a portal. I need to get home. to
Tell
my
Rogan,
kids.
but tell Rogan
Yeah.
the real that he was.
He's doing a good job of like reenacting how he actually did that. Because he sounded like a bitch there. Even telling the story, he sounded like a guy that you would see wearing like duck shoes, like like a boating outfit.
Okay.
You would see a guy walking around in a
Yes.
boating outfit with like a sweater wrapped around his neck,
Little
hanging
khaki
off the back,
shorts.
and khaki shorts, and he sound like that's what Brian sounds like. Excuse me, can I please speak to the manager? I believe I'm in the wrong place. I'm late for a meeting.
because I thought I was in hell. Apparently, for 4 hours, I was asking for a manager. I was asking to speak to a manager.
In hell?
Yeah,
Listen to this. He does this so... I can't get over how good he does this.
because I needed to get out of there. Because I was like, I need to speak
I'm
to a
not
manager.
supposed to be in hell.
I don't believe I'm a good person. I just tripped into a portal. I need to get home to my
Rogan-
kids.
That's dangerous. That he can act like that on the spot like that. I believe him. Look at his face. I believe this motherfucker right now. And that's dangerous because he could... I believe the sexual harassment claims too. Because if you can act like this, he probably manipulated these fucking whores.
He probably did.
That's what I'm saying. He probably went up to the girls and was like, "Can I speak to a manager? I need to speak to a manager." And the girls are like, "Whoa, you lost." And the next thing you know, they're like, "How did you get in here?" You know what I mean? They're like, "How did you slip inside me?" You know? He's like, "I'm good. I'm good." He's like, "I spoke to the manager." He goes, "I spoke to the manager. That's how I got here." You know?
But tell Rogan the real, he was curled in a ball, naked,
By the way, I don't want to get
farting
into that. I was
profusely.
farting. My buddy goes, you were in the fetal position, farting so loud, and screaming
Screaming this word we can't say.
screaming a lot of different words that you're not allowed to say.
I'll tell you off
boy.
here.
That's good shit. That's good shit. Is that not good?
So this happens after he walks around looking for the manager, or
This is what actually
what
happened.
actually happened.
What actually happened. So Brian is telling
So he's
Joe,
got like 3 stories.
he's telling Joe right now, and 10 million whatever people that are listening, he's trying to say, no, it was mushrooms. I was walking around. I was asking for a manager, you know? And in reality, excuse me, I'm sorry, my whole shit got bunched up from that. You know, it was such a good time code. My boxers are now in my throat. Okay? So in reality, he was on the floor on his side in the fetal position, farting insanely loud, screaming out slurs and profanities. There was no manager talk.
And this is not on mushrooms.
This is on ayahuasca.
Okay.
So he takes this ayahuasca. He's sitting in the fetal position, screaming the N-word and going and just farting his ass off in the middle, while all these rich people are standing around trying to find themselves. And he's over there fucking shitting his brains out in the fetal position, screaming kike and spick and all sorts of crazy shit. And everyone in there is like, "Oh God," you know. There's billionaires in there. You know what I mean? They go, "Whoa, that's an HR violation." It's so
They're above HR at this point.
exact. Well, they go, "Not in my company." They see him doing that. They go, "I wouldn't put up with that in my company." There's a reason he's a comedian. You know, but I just thought that was so funny. He's lies. He went really out of his way to lie about this.
Yeah.
Only thing that would have made it better is if when he said, "Oh, my friend," remember he goes, "My friend, he's a billionaire." Imagine if he didn't say he was a billionaire and he said this was his friend. That would have made it so much better if Brendan goes, "That's not a friend," you know? He goes, "I'm asking for a friend." You know how people do that? "I'm asking for a friend."
More grams because I was invited to take more medicine.
Right, sure.
Asking for a manager. I was asking to speak to a manager.
The hell?
Yeah, because I needed to get out of there because I was like,
Now this makes this part even worse. This makes this part even worse because you remember how I was like, that's scary that he's like that good at like the acting part of acting probably exactly how he was in that moment.
Right.
And then you come to find out the moment fucking didn't exist. Is that not scary as fuck?
Yes.
That's frightening. Imagine having a guy like this in your friend circle. You wouldn't know what's going on. You go, "Is he fucking my wife? Is he fucking my mom?
He is fucking them
Is
all.
he stealing money from me? I don't know."
He is probably doing all of it.
You know, this guy, is his name actually Brian Callen? Was he even in The Hangover? Or was it AI? I don't know. Because this guy is that good. Watch him do this again. Now that you know that information, it makes you look at this little part a little differently. You go, "Holy shit, this guy is like literally deranged." He's calling back a situation that did not happen. And he's acting impeccably as if he was in that moment right now. That's crazy. Leo Dio couldn't do no shit like this. Tom,
I wonder if he's told this story before.
He's probably fucking what do they say that? When you're at home practicing your lines. They say like recite?
Yeah.
He's probably recited this shit like 1,000 times at home. He's practicing these goddamn stories. He's waiting. He had this one in the chamber because he knew he goes, Brendan's going to try and embarrass me on Rogan. I should get ahead of this. You know? You know what I mean?
I need to speak
I'm
to my
not
manager.
supposed to be in hell.
I don't believe I'm a good person. I just tripped into a portal. I need to get home.
Tell Rogan,
All
but tell Rogan the real. He was curled in a ball,
right,
naked,
By the way, I don't want to get
farting.
into
I love that. He goes, you know what I mean? Brendan starts.
He doesn't even care. He's like farting.
Yeah, Brendan said. Brendan, you know when people do that, they cock their head forward. He goes farting.
Yeah.
He goes into the mic. He goes, he was farting like a fucking loser, man. Like that's like Brendan is totally that guy.
Yeah.
And then you know what's funny? You throw a whoopee cushion on Brendan's seat and he sits down, he loses his mind, starts freaking out, trying to fight everybody. One person laughs at him. He goes, I'll fucking kill every single one of you.
Yeah. Pick
And
on
then-
everybody else. Can't
But
take
he
it.
loves to embarrass all of his friends any fucking chance he can get.
I was
Profusely
farting.
farting.
My buddy goes, you were in the fetal position, farting so loud, and screaming
This word we can't say.
screaming a lot of different words that you're not allowed to say.
I'll tell you off air.
Okay.
Dude, when he told me, I was like, what the fuck?
That's why they're illegal.
Dude, I don't remember anything.
And then he tried to get.
He doesn't remember anything. He just got done telling us like a whole chapter out of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. And he doesn't remember any of this shit. You cannot I cannot have a podcast and you go on my shit and I can't trust anything that you're saying is real. It's like, I can't have you in my life, bro.
Yeah, that.
You know what I mean? It's like, what is happening here? Joe has known this guy for years. This is Epstein level, conspiracy here. You know what I mean? It's like, if a guy like this is getting charged with sexual harassment, this is just what he's been caught for. Okay? A guy like this is capable of dangerous things. And look at his face. Look at him. This is going to be like the cover of the next true crime doc that you see. The Crimes of Callan. It's going to be what it's called. The Crimes of Callan on Netflix.
Get me to do it. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
You know
do
what,
slightly less.
You know what I learned? Don't do mushrooms anymore. When I did,
It wasn't mushrooms, okay? Brendan's going to... I think Brendan Outson. Listen to this.
Just don't do 7 grams when you're troubled.
you made me eat a whole chocolate bar on this podcast.
You had to.
You see that?
It was
video?
important.
If you
Had to.
Ain't that something? Joe goes, don't eat 7 grams. He goes, you made me eat all of it. He goes, yeah, well, then you can eat 7 grams. He goes, if I say you can eat 7 grams, I'm a doctor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Joe thinks he's a doctor. Joe goes, yeah, you can eat it. Look at his fucking...
look at me in
He goes, it's important, man. It's important, man. You
It's
gotta-
for the podcast.
7 grams, man. You gotta eat it for the podcast. It's gonna open your mind, man. It's fucking make you want to work out at 4 a.m. Do kettlebells, man. You know, Joe loves kettlebells, dude. This asshole loves kettlebells. You ever seen his kettlebells?
No.
They're monkey heads.
Oh.
He's racist. It's all fucking... One's Martin Luther King. The other one's fucking Dr. Kumar. You know Dr. Kumar?
No.
Oh, you don't know Dr. Kumar? Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. That's Dr. Kumar. You're gonna look him up. You're gonna look him up. What's the next time code? What does it say?
It's 41-21, Brian versus Joe, where it started.
This is good. Okay, you said it was 41-21.
Yes.
So this is where the fighting starts happening, right? So like, I told you that Brian gives Joe some pushback. This is like levels of pushback that we've never seen. I once watched an episode of Joe. He had Dave Portnoy on his podcast, right? We love Portnoy around here. Joe told Dave to shut the fuck up because he thought that Tyson Fury was a shitty boxer. He's like, no, shut the fuck up and watch this clip. Dave's like, bro, I'm just trying to like make a point here, bro. Like, he's like, no, you shut the fuck up. It's my show, right? Dave's like, bro, I bought my company back for $1. It's like every time. anytime anyone gives Dave a little bit of trouble, he goes, I bought my company back for $1. And then Joe's telling him to shut the fuck up on air, and Dave's like, zip, shuts the fuck up. You know, it's everyone does this. Not Callan. Callan's sick of it. I like this because I feel like this kind of energy might start something. You know? Maybe the rest of them are going to start pushing back.
Okay.
I seen Whitney Cummings on a podcast recently. She's making fun of people doing the cold plunge. You know?
Yeah.
This is what we need. This is the type of shit we need. I want everyone to fucking go against Joe. Every single comedian. I want it to be to the point to where Joe, the only guest that he has on his podcast, which essentially is happening now in real time, are all just scientists and fucking faggy poets and like weird fucking lady teachers from like Yale. You know what I mean? Like I want it to be like just that. So that the only people that are listening to him are people that are so far out of touch that they don't even know what the fuck is going on anyway. You know? I'm sick of Joe's show being like a fucking reference point. It's like a lighthouse to people. You know? People legitimately listen to this asshole and go, he's got it all figured out, this guy. You know? Couldn't be further from the truth. And Brian sees this. Brian sees this, and I like this. And this is where it starts. This isn't going to be anything crazy, but you're going to see this is the beginning of something monumental. Are you coughing into the mic? No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. The scream is worse than the cough. You know what I mean? It's a joke.
It's the government
Against us.
with the corporations in China. They're all in lockstep. They're not like in battle with their corporations.
Corporations do what the government says.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's
Well, they
lateral
tried that over
cooperation.
here with Facebook. Like
Yeah.
when Facebook, when the FBI clamped down on them, told them to get rid of the Hunter Biden laptop story.
And they did it.
Well, they didn't at Facebook. They kind of
Yeah.
limited the reach, but Twitter, they completely blocked it.
Yeah.
But the other thing that they did was they told them to get rid of factual information about COVID. Factual information. The government was contacting Zuckerberg.
Why do you think that is?
Because they didn't want vaccine hesitancy because they wanted to make more money.
Gotta get
they
in
wanted
line, bitch.
more
Was it money
people.
or did they
Money.
believe that the vaccine was saving lives?
Ooh, so now this is the start of something good. And they start talking vaccines, which we all know Joe is an expert in. Joe is an expert in vaccines now. Ever since he didn't get one for the COVID virus, now all of a sudden Joe knows every goddamn thing there is to know about vaccines. All because he's like friends with Andrew Huberman. You know? It's like Joe is the type of guy, he goes, I'm plenty well versed in all of this because my cousin's a doctor. You know what I mean? He's like one of those guys. You know how they go? He's like, Joe reminds me of someone who says the N-word and goes, it's cool, I got a black friend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You go, whoa, but you're pretty white. He goes, yeah, but I got a black cousin. It's like through marriage. Okay? Calm the fuck down. You can't just say this shit. You know, it's like let's pump the brakes a little bit. This is what Joe reminds me of. So now Callan goes, oh, we're talking COVID. He starts asking some questions like a 5-year-old. Everything that comes out of Joe's mouth, Callan goes, why?
It's the best question.
Why? Joe goes, dude, I'm gonna fucking roundhouse kick you, dude. Chill.
To get rid of factual information about COVID. Factual information. The government was contacting Zuckerberg.
Why do you think that is?
Because
Hearing him say that after I made that joke makes it so much funnier. Hearing him say why like that.
they didn't want vaccine hesitancy because they wanted to make more money.
Gotta get
They
in
wanted
line, bitch.
more
Was it money
people.
or did they
Money.
believe that the vaccine was saving lives?
Money.
For sure,
Money.
money. For sure,
Money.
money.
Really?
Look at you. You're so cute. They just wanted to save.
Ooh,
You're so cute.
ooh, Joe. Joe can't. You can't say that. You cannot. Joe thinks he can just get away with this because he's built like a chimpanzee. You know what I mean? Like,
I've only ever seen him sitting down like this.
trust me, you don't want to see him standing up. When he's standing up, he stands up completely straight. His knuckles drag the floor. His arms are that much longer than the rest of his body. He's built just like a goddamn monkey. That's why he's all on that primal ape shit. All his fucking branding, everything is Joe Rogan monkey mind this and fucking we're all just apes, bro, that just ate mushrooms and got like smart and shit, man. Like that's Joe's whole fucking thing. Why? Because Joe is actually a chimpanzee. He is actually Joe is. It wouldn't surprise me if Joe was like legitimately like a fucking experiment, like a lab experiment, and he just got like one too smart. You know what I mean? And when he escaped the lab, because he got that one little bit too smart, that 1% too smart, he shedded the hair. He kind of like he's almost human, but he's still monkey. You know?
I see it.
And I think because of the like peculiarness of him, this is how he became famous, in my opinion. So Joe is actually a monkey. It wouldn't. I mean, we're all monkeys, right? Technically, if you want to be gay about it. Joe is a fucking chimp, and not in a racist way. Joe's an Italian chimp. Okay, they exist.
Lives.
He's still one of those. No, Brian's still one of those guys.
Look at Brian's face, dude. He goes, I know. I love Joe. Calls him adorable. Oh my God. This is Joe's monkey maternal instincts coming out. He goes, I would just cradle you, Callan. I'd hold you, you know?
Presidency because they wanted to make more money.
Got to get
They
in
wanted
line, bitch.
more
Was it money,
people.
or did they
Money.
believe that the vaccine was saving lives?
Money.
For sure,
Money.
money. For sure,
Money.
money.
Really?
Look at you. You're so cute. They just wanted to save lives.
Yeah, he's still one of those. No, Brian's still one of those guys. Brian's still one of those
adorable.
guys.
That
really-
pissed him
It's not a
off.
goddamn
really
thing
The government cares
does.
about him, dude.
I really
It's
am.
not a
though.
goddamn thing the government does.
That pissed him off. Like, you ever seen when someone kind of gets, like, clowned in front of their friends and, like...
It goes a step too far.
Well, it's not even that it goes a step too far. It's that, like, they get clowned, right? And initially you can see that they kind of, like, don't care about it. But then they start sitting in it. And then they kind of go, like, yeah. And then you see, like, now they're starting to get pissed about it. You know? Like, it
Yeah.
kind of sits with them for a second. And once they, like... process it, then it gets them mad. Or sometimes like the group will start negging on them, and like that's what gets them triggered, because they initially you can see it on their face. They go, oh, they were just gonna let that go, but one person in the background goes, whoa, and then they go, oh, now I gotta fucking show my ass, you know, because now I gotta save face in front of everyone. So it's like that's kind of like what's happening with Brian. I can't help but laugh every time there's a freeze frame on Brian. It's fucking solid goddamn gold. It's solid gold. This guy's looking at Joe like he's like a Clint Eastwood type right now. He's like, you feel lucky, punk? You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing?
Money.
For sure, money. For sure,
Money.
money.
Really?
Look at you. You're so cute. They just wanted to save lives.
Yeah, he's still
Watch
one of those.
it.
No, Brian's still one of those guys. Brian's still one of those guys.
adorable.
I
Isn't it
really
crazy?
am.
There's not
I
a goddamn
really am.
thing
The government cares
does.
about him, dude.
I really
It's
am.
not a
though.
goddamn thing the government does for you. For you make your life better. Everything they do is to either get elected, raise more money, campaign, like more money, like raising money for causes.
It's their own
Did you
agenda.
see in the UK
Yeah.
now? They're like we're gonna deal. We have a solution to deal with mass immigration. We're going to digital IDs. So it's like they created an
Yep.
issue.
Yep.
And
Mass immigration, digital IDs. I don't even know who the fuck this guy is. As far as I'm concerned, you should cut him out of every goddamn frame. You know what's funny is like Joe's producer's name is Jamie. Mm-hmm. And there was a couple different times while I was watching this. This guy kind of sounds a little bit like Jamie. Like at times. It's not like spot on. And there was a couple different times where I was watching the episode, and if he would talk when the camera wasn't pointing at him, I would think that it was Jamie that would start talking. I'd go, why is Jamie talking again? You know, because Jamie's the producer. It's like, you cannot do this.
He's not supposed to talk.
No. Not, hey, as far as I'm concerned, you're not a producer in this. If
No, you are.
I am. I am the producer. No, but if you were a producer in this, I'm telling you, you would have used up all your talking minutes for the year by this point, you know? Producer no talkie.
Oh.
Producer click button. You know? Every now and then Joe goes, hey, Jamie, pull that up. Jamie pulls it up. Joe asks him a question. Jamie answers him back. Then he shuts the fuck up. You know? But there's been a couple times I've watched the show where Jamie's like said something while someone else is talking, and Joe will turn around and be like, will you shut the fuck up and stop interrupting him? Like, I'm not even joking, dude. Joe is like I'm kidding about saying that. Like, oh, the producer doesn't talk, you shut the fuck. Like, that's a joke. I've legitimately watched episodes where Joe has told Jamie to shut the fuck up and stop interrupting the guest. And the guest was legitimately like, no, I asked him a question.
Yeah.
The guest turned and looked at Jamie and was like, hey man, can you answer this to me explicitly? And Jamie answers him. Joe turns around, shut the fuck up and stop interrupting. I was like, whoa, dude. It's like wild times, dude. Every now and then Joe will show his ass when it comes to Jamie. Every now and then. But what's the next time code? Where are we going? Where are we going, Ash?
An hour, 8 minutes, and 11 seconds in.
Ooh, an hour, 8 minutes, and 11 seconds. Okay, so what is that? What is that bringing us to?
Brian mocks Joe, and Joe gets mad. Goes into full-blown argument.
Oh, so this is it. So now you saw the start of it. You saw Brian's face. He was doing the whole, like, you know, when people smile, they go, yeah, I'm going to fuck you up.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and Brian was giving that to him. Now it's about to get heated. Now it's going to get to the point where Joe's going to be like, yo, bro, you can't mock me like this. If you're mocking me, imagine what I could say about you. You know, because Joe knows about the sexual assault allegations. You know, Brian's on a podcast that's nowhere near as big as Joe's. Joe could really fuck Brian up. Joe's got a lot more for a 4'3" chimpanzee. You know what I mean? Joe's got some weight behind that.
I knew you'd jump on that train.
Of course, it's dangerous, Brian. What are you talking about?
Tetanus.
Tetanus. No.
Just go down the road we're
You
on?
need to bail on the tetanus thing because
What do you
Suzanne Humphreys.
Educate his ass.
Suzanne Humphreys explained tetanus.
She's not a vaccinologist. I know that woman. What are you talking about? So you're saying we
She's a
shouldn't have
medical
vaccines?
doctor that absolutely understands tetanus. She said tetanus, all you have to do is keep the wound open and clean it.
Oh, that's
you
such
don't,
bullshit.
It's not
Oh my
bullshit.
God,
It's
what
not bullshit.
bullshit.
Do you know how many people die of tetanus
Holy
every year?
fucking
Very
shit.
few.
What about
Just
polio?
stop.
So let me ask you a question, Mr. Joe Rogan, Mr. Scientist. Are you
Ooh, Mr. Joe Rogan, Mr. Scientist. Imagine someone pointing a fucking big old fat cigar at you like that. They go, Mr. Scientist. You know? I could be an actual scientist. I would break his wrist. I would go, you cannot point this fucking cigar at me like this. Talk to me like this, bro. Talking to me as if I'm some scientist. You know? That's crazy, Brian Callen coming out like this. I like it, though, when it comes to Joe. If it was anyone else, I'd go, Brian, calm down. You know, when it's Joe, I go, let's keep this going. This is the kind of energy we need. Joe is so this is such alien behavior to Joe. He doesn't know what the fuck to do. And Joe always tries to be this like stoic fucking, you know, he goes, oh yeah, man, we're all just apes, man, on this planet, you know, on a rock floating through, you know, trans people deserve to die. You know, he's always, every now and then he says some crazy right-wing shit. But for the most part, he's a chill guy, I guess, right? Not right now. Not right now. So he hears the word no. He hears a little pushback. He goes, I'm ready to roundhouse Brian's fucking neck right off his goddamn shoulders.
I'm excited to see this.
Leave just the head. He's just neck and fucking, imagine he kicks just the neck out. His head goes like, and falls down to his shoulder. So this is good. This is funny to me because they're sitting there. You know what they're arguing about? Whether or not to get tetanus shots after you get like cut with like a rusty nail.
Yeah.
It's like, get the fucking tetanus shot.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Joe's going to keep the wound open.
Joe goes, I didn't get the vaccine for COVID, so now I don't even
I don't need anything.
I don't even do needles. Unless they're fucking HBV1C fucking hydroxychloroquine V, which are peptides. Joe's all about peptides. Joe goes, if it's peptides, you could stick needles in every orifice of my body. In my asshole, in my ears. He goes, stick them up my fucking dick hole for all I'm concerned at the peptides. Someone mentions one tetanus shot after he gets cut on the side of a rusty sailboat. And Joe loses his goddamn mind. He goes, keep that fucking bullshit away from me. Like, he'll get injected with every fucking experimental stem cell on the market. And the second that someone hits him with some proven medical shit, he goes, nah, fuck all that.
Nope.
And here's the thing. I'm not even, like, completely on board with vaccines. I'm actually one of those people that after the COVID shit, I got pretty skeptical myself. And I even got the COVID vaccine. Like, I got it. I got one booster. So I even overdosed. on vaccine, on COVID-19 vaccine. But just the way that the whole thing came about, it got me like the aftermath of it. I was like, I don't know, man. It's kind of like made me feel weird towards him a little bit, right?
I for sure think there's like an abundance, maybe, especially
course.
like I have a lot of people in my life that are anti-vaxxers with little children right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, some vaccines we maybe need, but maybe not the mass amount all at one time.
Yeah, they do. See, and Joe kind of makes this point later on to Brian. It's like, it's not that I don't think that Joe is like completely against vaccines, even though he for some reason is like, no, you don't need a tetanus shot. You just wash it out with soap and water. It's
That
like,
part.
all right, your limbs can fall off, dude. I don't want mine to fucking fall off. I'm sorry. But the point that he's trying to make is the same point that you just made. Is he's like, because he brings up the, like back in the day, I don't know if it was like around Kennedy's time or maybe a little after, but the Senate or Congress had signed a bill into effect that gave like blanket immunity to medical companies, pharmaceutical companies for developing these things because they were getting sued for the side effects that they were people were getting from like the polio vaccine and shit like that. So they put this law into effect to give them blanket immunity. And once that happened, then all the companies were like, put all these vaccines on the schedule list, right? So now there's like this incentive kind of ring where the pharmaceutical companies and the reps are fucking heavily incentivizing doctors to put these things on their schedule for people to get vaccines. The incentives are so goddamn strong that like I don't have a child, so I don't know exactly, but I'm pretty sure like a lot of doctors will just like kick you out of their practice if you don't get certain vaccines for your children.
Yes, that is the thing.
So it's like gotten so bad, which is the point that Joe's trying to make. But it's like you dying on this hill over a tetanus shot, my friend. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck are we talking about? And then they eventually segued into COVID, and that's what Brian's doing now. He goes, Mr. Scientist, Mr. Joe Rogan Scientist with this fucking cigar, and he goes, I'm about to give it to you straight, buddy.
Dangerous to me.
I knew you'd jump on that train.
Of course, it's dangerous, Brian. What are you talking about?
Tetanus,
vaccines.
So
tetanus,
Tetanus,
should we
no,
still-
no,
should we
no,
just
no,
go
no,
down
no.
the road we're
You
on?
need to bail on the tetanus thing because
What do you
Suzanne
mean?
Humphreys.
Educate his ass.
Suzanne Humphreys explained
Educate
She's
his
tetanus.
not a
ass.
She's like,
vaccinologist. I know that woman. What are you talking about? So you're saying we
she's a
shouldn't have
medical
vaccines?
doctor that absolutely understands tetanus. She said tetanus, all you have to do is keep the wound open and clean it.
Oh, that's
you
such
don't,
bullshit.
It's not
Oh my
bullshit.
God,
it's
what
not bullshit.
bullshit.
Do you know how many people die of tetanus
Holy
every year?
fucking
Very
shit.
few.
What about
Just
Okay,
stop.
so let me ask you a question, Mr. Joe Rogan, Mr. Scientist. Are you saying
Don't
that we shouldn't
don't
have...
do that. Don't call me Mr. Scientist. I'll start mocking you, and it's so much easier to
are
mock
we,
you.
So are we...
Oh. I like that. I like that a lot. Joe Rogan goes, don't mock me. He goes, I'm worth $500 million. Don't mock me right now. I'll mock you, Mr. Receding Hairline, Sexual Harassment, Mr. fucking Brian Callen. I wish I knew more about Brian to make fun of him better.
Are we not... So you don't believe in vaccines? You don't think we should have vaccines?
It's not that I don't believe in vaccines.
What are you saying?
It's I
shouldn't
don't
have
think you
74.
should give a kid a Hep B vaccine when they're a baby.
Different subject.
I don't, no, MMA vaccine is absolutely connected to a host of serious, debilitating fucking problems that kids have gotten from them. There's a lot of problems because they don't test vaccines in a double-blind, placebo-controlled
Hold it,
setting.
hold it.
They test them against other vaccines. You know that, right?
Yes, I do. Excuse me. Let me just say something. Yes, you're right. You
That's serious. That was like Ben Shapiro level. You know Ben Shapiro? He's like this Jew that talks really fast like this. He's like real right wing. He goes, girls should have abortions and guys should, only marry one guy. Like, I don't know. It's hard for me to do a Ben Shapiro joke, but
I know the name, but I just don't have like a face.
yeah, it's hard. Ben's like one of those guys that has like really thick eyebrows. You know what
feel like I'm
kind
gonna
of guys I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
pale, skinny, small white dudes with really thick eyebrows. Put a frisbee on the back of his head, and that's Ben Shapiro. You got him?
Yeah, I
You
got
clocking
him.
him now?
Yeah. Nope. I just knew the name. I did not
He
know.
talks
this person
very
was.
fast. He talks very fast. And I'm pretty sure he's obsessed with his sister's tits. He goes, everyone's out here talking about everyone's tits. My sister has the best tits. My sister's
It's
tits.
like me talking about Jordan.
Yeah, he goes, yeah, exactly. He goes, my sister's tits are way better than everybody else's tits. My sister has the best, most fullest breasts out there right now. I've motorboated them, and I'm telling you, they are so soft. This is Ben Shapiro. Now, this is Brian does this. He goes, excuse me, let me finish.
Host of serious, debilitating fucking problems that kids have gotten from them. There's a lot of problems because they don't test vaccines in a double-blind, placebo-controlled setting.
Hold it.
They test them against other vaccines. You know that, right?
Yes, I do. Excuse me. Let me just say something. Yes, you're right.
Excuse me, let me just say something. That is so funny to me. And to be doing it with the cigar, the whole time is just so hilarious to me.
You can make the argument for Hep B. Here's why. Because the chances of a child coming in contact with the kind of activity that causes Hep B is different. So now
Sexually
you say,
transmitted disease and
right.
needles.
So now you say this. That chance is zero. The chance for vaccine injury with the Hep B is not zero. It's non-zero. Okay, so I understand that math. Okay, what I'm trying to say to you is that there are certain diseases. Pick up a history book. Smallpox, diphtheria, mumps. Hold on.
Another backhanded comment right there. Pick up a history book. To Joe Rogan, you say that. Joe's like, I just had a historian on my podcast yesterday, man. He's like, I am a fucking history book. All while Joe's fucking got he's got 8 microdose mushroom capsules in his system right now. You know what I mean? He smoked 4 blunts before. He took 19 fucking what's the shit that alpha brain tablets.
Ow.
You know what I mean? So now Joe's up from the alpha brain. He's down from the weed. He's in left field from the microdose mushroom tablets, you know? So he's all over, and then he's washing it all down with Black Rifle coffee.
Yeah, I was gonna say the
he's
coffee,
fucking wired to shit with caffeine. On top of all that, he goes, I am a history bug. I'm the fucking, I have a historian on my podcast. I talk to doctors. I know all this shit.
That chance is zero. The chance for vaccine injury with the Hep B is not zero. It's non-zero. Okay, so I understand that math. Okay, what I'm trying to say to you is that there are certain diseases. Pick up a history book. Smallpox, diphtheria, mumps.
Have you ever looked at
tetanus, polio, paralytic diseases?
Have you ever polio? Please
Yes.
stop.
No, I won't. I won't.
No,
I know
Brian,
you think it's
Brian,
just.
Brian,
I've heard Susan
Brian.
Humphreys.
This is a long conversation that we're not going to have on this podcast
Right.
because I'm going to get angry because I've researched this for years.
Right.
Let's just.
But you're not a scientist.
I don't have to be a scientist.
I love that. You're not a scientist. And Joe's answer, I don't have to
Look
be
at his face.
I don't have to be a scientist, he said.
To know.
That guy that's insane to me. I don't have to be a scientist, he says. Okay. So next time you need fucking knee surgery, I'm going to pop into that bitch, right? With the fucking scalpel and a hatchet. And just some towels from your fucking bathroom, you know? And when you have a problem with it, that's the first thing I'm going to say to you. I don't have to be a fucking surgeon to do this. This fucking guy cannot be serious.
Oh, please
Yes.
stop.
No, I won't. I won't.
No.
I love Brian. He goes, no, I won't. I won't stop. Why? Because you're Joe Rogan? Because you're going to roundhouse kick me?
No, you think it's just. I've heard Susan Humphreys.
This is a long conversation that we're not going to have on this podcast because I'm going to get angry because I've researched this for years.
Right.
Let's just.
But you're not a scientist.
I don't have to be a scientist
do.
to know that.
Yes, you do.
No, Brian, shut the fuck up. I don't have to be a scientist to read research to understand that they were spraying DDT all over the fucking country when everybody was getting polio. Do you know that?
Yes,
you know
I do.
the first
Yes, I
instances
do.
of polio, they happened in rural communities where they were all farmland and agriculture, and then cows were getting them, and horses were getting them, and dogs were getting them.
Let me make a statement.
They were calling it paralytic polio.
Do you agree with the following statement? It's not just.
I'm not going to do this with you,
but
Brian.
it's not just about.
I brought up
It's
vaccines,
not just
so I thought it'd
about.
be a fun debate.
Hold on, Joe.
No,
It's
Brian,
not
I don't want to
ju-
do this with
But
you.
it's
I
not
don't wanna
just
do this.
about.
We're in
is
the
it-
middle of a fight companion.
All right.
What? I love it. What if he goes, do you or do you not agree with the following statement? And he goes, did you know the McRib is back? He said some just random ass thing related to product placement somewhere, you know. He goes, do you or do you not agree with the following statement? I don't know. What's a phrase from a It's hard when you're on the spot to like
It
think
is.
of some, right? But like once we shut the cameras off, I'm gonna think of every fucking catchphrase from every anything that you could possibly think of. But that would be so. He goes, "How big were her tits?" Remember the Sam Tripoli episode? How big were her tits? But the argument is, this is so fucking good, dude.
It's annoying.
You heard me when I was listening to this. I was dying. I was screaming when I was listening. I was going, ah! Like Key and Peele.
But it's like, I don't get it. Yeah.
Oh, he goes up. This guy. Oh. No, you didn't. This guy. You can't be. This is it. This relationship's over as far as I'm concerned. And Brian just got back into the Rogan sphere. He just got back in this bitch.
Well, he wasn't trying to stay.
He sells a couple theaters, man, and he goes, you know what? I can make it on my own. He goes, I don't need anyone. You know? As long as I can make like $300,000 a year, I think I can really... This guy's used to making millions, you know? Think about the residuals you would get off of The Hangover. That thing
What
is...
was he in The Hangover?
He played the guy at the fucking wedding chapel. Remember they went to the wedding chapel because Stu got married to the hooker or the stripper?
I mean, I remember, but I don't yeah.
And Brian Callen's character owned the shitty wedding, the Vegas wedding chapel that Stu got married at. Or not, yeah, Stu, I think, right? Stu was like the fucking Andy from fucking The Office. He was like the Dr. Faggot, paging Dr. Faggot. I believe that was Stu. Yes, and it would be nice.
Okay.
No, I'm fucking with you. So that's what Brian Callen did, you know? So now Brian, he gets a little taste of some theater money. He goes, I don't even need Fighter and the Kid anymore. I don't even need my podcast. What do I need Joe Rogan for?
Wrong statement. It's not just...
I'm not going to do this with you,
but
Brian.
it's not just about...
I brought up vaccines.
It's not just about... Hold on. Joe.
No,
it's
Brian,
not
I don't want to
ju-
do this with
But
you.
it's not
I don't
just
wanna do this.
about...
We're in
is
the
it-
middle of a fight companion.
All right.
It's annoying.
All right, but it's like... Yeah.
Joe.
No one's anti-vax,
It's not
Brian.
anti-vax. Questioning why there's so many, though.
My kids are all...
Yo, Slim Shady needs to shut the fuck up. Okay? If I'm over here talking, I go, yo, comedians are talking right now, Brendan. You cannot be in this conversation. You remember you tried that? You remember, Brendan, you tried comedy? Huh? If I was Brian, though, I would say that. I wouldn't say that now because I respect Brendan and his comedy. I want to see Joe's face again.
No,
It's
Brian, I
not
don't want to
ju-
do this with
but
you.
it's not
I don't wanna
just
do this.
about-
We're in
is
the
it-
middle of a fight companion.
All right.
It's annoying.
All right, but it's like... I don't get it.
This man is almost 60 years old. Right here. This man right here, he's almost 60 years old.
Yeah.
He's about to be a grandfather. Okay? I could imagine one of his daughters getting pregnant at a very young age. So he's about to be a goddamn grandfather.
Yeah.
To his best friend, he's going, rah, 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 rah. That's good shit. That's good shit. It's you know Joe's mad. Joe
It's like he's 7.
Yeah, Joe wouldn't be acting like this if that was President Trump. I'd tell you that right now. Joe'd be sucking President Trump's dick under the table, dude. You see that? I wish you would have saw that episode. Trump gets on there, basically explains his whole fucking tactic for how he diverts people in conversation. Calls it the weave. He goes, Joe, I just give him the weave. You know, I explained this all on Andrew Schultz's podcast. I take him so far to the left, and then I bring him right back in. You know? It's like, and he's just saying this to Joe. Joe just, oh, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, okay.
He was in the weave.
Exactly. Joe was riding the weave.
Yeah.
With Donald Trump, Joe rides the fucking weave. Brian Callen comes in, asks him one fucking question. Joe, blah, 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 fucking starts losing his mind.
Being anti-vax.
No one's
is irresponsible.
anti-vax,
It's
Brian.
not anti-vax. Questioning why there's so many, though.
My kids are all vaccinated. And they're vaccinated, but they went on a delayed schedule. They delayed
So did
schedule.
mine. So did mine. So did
You're
mine.
not?
Yeah. You're not.
Yeah, good for you. I don't think you need to.
No, they're healthy as fuck.
Yeah.
Between the two of them, they have 12 touchdowns this week.
Okay.
2 home runs.
Okay.
I think the problem is that the pharmaceutical drug companies have an exemption because
Look, Joe goes, we're not having this conversation right now because I'm going to get pissed on the podcast. As soon as it gets quiet, Joe goes, now allow me to explain my point real fast so I can, get this out of the way, and then we're going to continue the podcast.
of what they did in the 1980s with Reagan, where they allowed them to never worry about being sued. And that's when they ramped up the fucking schedule. And that's also the correlation. When you look at all the fucking host of all sorts of diseases and issues
Just
that
look
start
at
happening to
autism.
kids.
It's through the
Autism
fucking
is just
roof.
one. There's a lot of other autoimmune issues. There's a lot of like serious problems.
I think there are three things that have pushed us beyond our biology, and the reason we don't have a lot of children dying: nutrition, sanitation, and vaccines. And I think anybody who says otherwise is, I think it's crazy.
But you can't say all vaccines be.
I didn't say all vaccines.
But
I
he's not saying all
I get very
vaccines.
worried when
But
people
he's not
start
saying all
saying
vaccines.
It sounds like he is.
Dude, Brian, you don't know what the fuck I'm saying. You don't.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. Brian, you don't know what the fuck I'm saying, bro. Okay? I was only in the middle of explaining the whole fucking point. Trying to get the last word in before we keep watching the fight. You don't know what the fuck I'm saying, Brian. Look at his face. That's when you know it's bad, when you won't look at your friend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when you legitimately go, I'm going to keep my back towards you like this. If I did the whole podcast like this to you, you're sitting back there, you know something's up, right?
Right.
You would know that, right?
Right.
If I go, hey, what's the next time code, bitch? And then I turn my back like this, you wouldn't think everything's okay, would you?
Right.
So Brian must be feeling it right now. This is probably the greatest moment of this, is what's going to happen the second that I hit this play button. So Brian starts saying all that shit, right? Anyone who thinks, I'm thinking, what's really gotten us this far in life, to where we're at a point to where kids aren't dying, is sanitation, fucking nutrition, and vaccines. And if you think otherwise, you're a fucking idiot. This might as well be what he said, right? And Joe goes, oh, you don't know what the fuck I'm thinking, bitch. You don't know what the fuck I'm thinking. Listen to Brian's reaction to that.
Well, I know, because you don't want to talk about it.
No, I know, because you don't want to talk about it. He goes, under his breath.
Yeah.
He goes, well, yeah, I know. It's because you don't want to talk about it. And then he tries to watch the fight. He even goes, you don't want to talk about it? And he slowly turns over like this. He goes, and then he goes like this on the cigar. That would be so funny if he did that. If he just started going on the cigar. I love that, dude.
I think it's crazy.
But you can't say all vaccines be.
I didn't say all vaccines.
But
I
he's
get
not saying all
very
vaccines.
worried when
But
people
he's not
start
saying all
saying
vaccines.
It sounds like he is.
Dude, Brian, you don't know what the fuck I'm saying. You don't.
Well, I know, because you don't want to talk about it.
Brian, I don't want to talk about it in the middle of a podcast because it'll completely derail the podcast. And I'll start showing you statistics. If you look at when people stop getting all of these diseases, and then when the introduction of vaccines happen, it's at the end, after the disease has already gone through the population.
Look, now Brendan can't even help but laugh in the background because Brendan knows. Brendan's like, Brian's fucking rage baiting you, dude. Like, you're 60 years old and you're falling for this. This is insanity. He goes, I'll show you the statistics. Joe says, I'll show you the statistics. Look at Brian, his cigar, because he's just been letting it sit there. He just puts it to his lips and doesn't puff it and then takes it out, right? So it's just starting to soak up like the spit in his mouth.
Yeah.
Now the cigar just looks like a piece of shit. Like, it actually looks like he's just holding like a piece of shit. Watch, you'll see.
Talk about it.
Wait until he turns the thing sideways. It just looks like a piece of shit.
I don't want to talk about it in the middle of a podcast because it'll completely derail the podcast. And I'll start showing you statistics. If you look at when people stop getting all of these
Brendan
diseases, and then
in
when
the
the introduction of vaccines happen, it's at the end, after the disease has already gone through the population. Most of those diseases were eradicated by sanitation and nutrition.
Yes,
There was a
correct.
huge problem in this country. People were living in fucking squalor.
I agree. But there's still pathogens that are very dangerous.
Sure there are.
So-
Brian.
so-
the problem is that these pharmaceutical drug companies are fucking insanely, entirely corrupt. They have been corrupt for a long fucking time, and there's a revolving door between the FDA and these pharmaceutical drug corporations. They go from the FDA into these positions. They have this golden parachute, and then they ramp up the fucking schedule every year, and it's not about public health. None of it is about looking out for you. All of it is about making money. That's the problem.
Who wants to?
End of podcast. End of podcast, okay? That was like a monologue from like Shakespeare. Joe might as well have just been like, end scene. Right after he said all that. He goes, end scene. You know? Joe fucking really? That is so fucking funny, dude. Oh, God. And then, look, it will end this segment on this part right here, this last time code. I think it's, what is it, like 2 hours and 41 minutes, right?
And 50 seconds.
Okay. 2 hours, 41 minutes, and 50 seconds. This I thought was funny because, like, after all that, you think, like, oh, okay, you know, maybe from here, the show will start to go smooth, you know, and it does for a little bit, you know. Let's see, where are we at?
Crazy.
Great.
At the same time.
There we go. So it goes smooth for a little while, right? You know, after that, they kind of smooth it over and just, like, keep going on their thing, and you think, like, okay, it can't get any worse than this. And then watch, Brian just starts pissing off Joe. Like, little points in the episode, he'll start pissing off Joe, and you'll start noticeably seeing it.
Okay.
Something like that happens. You know, you're going to be like, now you got Joe on edge with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So any little thing you do is going to get overanalyzed by Joe. You wouldn't want to do anything like, I don't know, get up in the middle of the podcast and start walking in front of cameras and stuff like that, would you?
Stylebender does that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he practiced.
That's such a slick move.
There's a video of him practicing that move with his dad at 7 years old.
Ooh,
Hold
that's
on.
nice.
Watch this.
Boom.
Oh my goodness. That's nice.
Yeah, contenders.
You hearing that? You hear how Brian's voice started going faint like that? So you hear he goes, there's a video of this guy doing those moves with his dad when he was 7 years old. I got a video of it on my phone. Brian's never heard of text message. He's never heard of AirDrop on an iPhone. He's none of that, right? So because he's never heard of those things, naturally, the only recourse he has is to get up out of his chair, walk over to Jamie, who's in the middle of changing every camera angle. Every single time someone talks, Jamie has to hit a different button to change all the different camera angles. Jamie's doing all these different things. He walks over with his cell phone. And he goes, Jamie, what's your number? I'm going to put your number in my phone so I can text you the fucking... You gotta be kidding me right now. You have to be joking me right now. This is not the way. You've been in show business for how long? You don't stay up with technology at all? No one's ever said, "Hey, I'll email you the script." No one's ever said that to you? That everyone's been handing Brian analog scripts for his whole entire career. Every single time he gets a new script from his agent, he hands him a hard copy. He goes, "Here you go, Brian. I know how you can't figure out the email and the computer." He's like Trump. He goes, "Everything's computer," in the fucking car. Everything's computer.
Yeah.
Stylebender does that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he practiced.
That's such a slick move.
There's a video of him practicing that move with his dad at 7 years old.
Ooh,
Listen.
That's nice.
Watch this.
Watch this.
Boom.
Oh my goodness. That's nice.
Jamie, what's your...
Yeah, contender series is awesome.
It's very good.
It's
Yeah.
brilliant.
Walks
And
in
look
front
how
of the
they got
camera,
around
dude.
that.
What the fuck is that? Joe's face when he did that. Joe's like,
He practiced.
That's such a slick move.
There's a video of him practicing that move with his dad at 7 years old.
Ooh,
Hold
that's
on.
nice.
Watch this.
I hate how you
Boom.
have to go
Oh my
back
goodness.
15 seconds.
That's nice.
Yeah, contender series is awesome.
It's very good. Yeah.
brilliant.
And
Ooh,
look how many
Joe
guys
don't
come
like
out of
that.
And are now fighting in the UFC.
Look, Joe is the same type of person that, like, if you were like this, talking into the mic, he goes, "Put the fucking mic up to your goddamn mouth." Dude, he did an episode with Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler never fucking does shit like this. Never. Less than 5 minutes in, hey, put the mic to your mouth. Adam's in the middle of telling the most fucking entertaining story you've ever heard in your goddamn life. Cuts him off, goes, "Put the mic to your mouth. We're sick of this shit." You know? This is the same guy. You're going to get up and walk in front of the camera. This guy's ready to fucking suplex you through the goddamn studio wall. He's ready to, dude. He would pick Brian out like a fucking bag of potatoes or something. Just toss him against the wall. Brian just makes like a thoop and just hits the floor. You know.
So many.
Dude, how about that UFC Paramount deal?
Yeah, it's great.
And look, now he's trying to play it off. That wasn't real. You know how people do that? They get in awkward situations. They like pretend to like stretch their back.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Like,
Now Joe,
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, now Joe's doing that. He sees Brian get up. He goes, I don't want to freak out on him because we just got done getting in that argument like 2 hours ago. So he goes, yeah, guys, and give it a nice stretch. You know, my 18-inch back needs a stretch. His back is only 18 inches long. From the bottom of his waist to the bottom of his neck, only 18 inches long.
Only 18 inches.
Yep. Because Joe's only 4'1". You know Shakira's taller than him. I'm serious. The hips don't lie, and I'm starting to feel you, boy.
Crazy.
Great.
It's a lot of money. What is it, like $7 billion for 7 years?
No, it was because basically.
Now, you can barely hear it, but Brian and Jamie are talking in the background. You can just hear it under the mics. Like, 'cause Jamie's got his mic muted because Jamie's a professional. And Callan's over there fucking trying to figure it out. Callan goes, Jamie, how can I send this to you? He goes, do I have to sign in over here? Or do I have to
What's the Wi-Fi password?
What's the Wi-Fi password to the studio? Jamie's like, dude, I have, I'm doing stuff. I have to Google stuff. I have to like change the camera angles. Brian goes, hold on, this will just take a second. and then he goes, oh, hold on, I have to, where's that password again? Hold on, let me just find that password. You know how old people do that?
Yes.
They go, hold on, it'll just take a second. And then they go,
15 minutes later.
I don't have anything that I need to take care of this situation. Let me add on 45 extra minutes to this.
Yeah.
You're like, hold on. We're in the middle of a red light. I have to like go, or the light's turning green. They go, hold on. Imagine getting pulled over by an old person, like by an old cop. Oh, forget it. Fucking forget it. Because those stops take long enough as it is. You know? You get pulled over by a cop, it seems like time stops.
Oh, it does.
You know what I'm saying? It's like as soon as the cop pulls you over, you look up and it's dark out. You're like, oh shit, what the fuck?
See, is it 7 billion?
Well, that's Jamie. What are you doing, Brian?
What are you doing?
You're in the middle of the
You don't have to
cameras.
walk over to text him.
Yeah, don't you know his number?
I'm a caveman.
Don't you know his number? Joe is so fed up with Brian. He goes, dude, are you fucking serious right now? This is like, he just lets him back into the crew, and he goes, this was a mistake. You know what I mean?
He forgot what it was like.
Exactly. It's like one of those situations that, like, you didn't it's almost like an ex-girlfriend or something, or like an ex-whatever.
You only remember the good times
good
until
shit.
they got back, and you're like,
Exactly.
oh, yeah, I fucking remember why now.
You go, they can come over. We could do like a one-night thing, you know what I mean? And then next thing you know, 3 months go by, and you go, fuck.
Yeah.
This was why. This was fucking why. You know? Joe's fed up. Let's give it up for Joe. Oh, there we go. Soundboard. Gotta love that soundboard. So that'll do it for Joe Rogan. You know, I'm about finished on Rogan. There was another set of time codes that I wanted to talk about with Rogan that I thought was kind of funny. Because you remember how we had watched that Charlie Sheen shit. We still got to finish it.
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen was winning. Pretty goddamn hard. Did you actually, like, not from the documentary, but did you remember, like, the Charlie Sheen era? Like, of him doing all that?
I remember some of it, like, just the talk of it. Yeah.
This guy would post, like, a video on, I don't know, like, Instagram or Facebook or something.
It's the tiger's blood situation.
And the news would, like fucking MSNBC would be, like, now reporting on Charlie Sheen's vlog. Like, you know what I mean? It was crazy. And he's just sitting there going, winning, and he's, like, smoking crack, and there's, like, whores running around in the background and shit. Looking like Skeletor, dude. This guy was looking crazy, bro. So Joe Rogan, we're going to stay on Joe Rogan for a little bit. I wanted to finish the fighter and the kid thing, but there were some pretty funny time codes from his episode with Charlie Sheen that I thought were pretty goddamn good. Like, the one thing I got a kick out of was how Charlie was getting dementia during the episode.
Dementia?
Yeah, well, what I believe to be dementia, you know. Yeah, he was doing all those drugs. Dude, that documentary was crazy.
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen sitting there going, oh, the first time I smoked crack, this whore was giving me a blowjob, my first hit. I was like, whoa, dude. What the fuck? Who even thinks of that? You know how that's like such a meticulously like depraved mind, you know? To sit there and go, I gotta get the moment that I smoke the crack, I have to be getting a blowy. That's quite the, you know, Steve-O does these stunts with timing like that. Steve-O will ejaculate while in the middle of skydiving. Oh, and that's not a joke. Steve-O will jack off while skydiving. He'll come in the middle of it, and then hit the parachute. And him and the cum are the same level coming down. You know? Him and the cum are floating next to each other coming down. You know,
so he doesn't get to pull the parachute until after he comes, no matter what.
Imagine he doesn't come until right before he hits the ground. He goes, yeah, dude, fucking pulls the parachute and dies. Oh, God. Steve-O had a really good podcast this week with Chet Hanks.
I don't know who that is.
It's fucking Tom Hanks' son.
Oh, I do know who it is.
And he's like this wild bumbleclot rapper. Like, he will want to be rapper and shit.
I don't know who it is.
Dude, Chet Hanks is so fucking funny, bro. And to have Steve-O and Chet Hanks in the same van talking podcast shit. Dude, there was like a good 20 minutes where Chet Hanks just spends the whole 20 minutes talking about how he doesn't like Eric Andre and how Eric Andre is a huge pussy. And then Steve-O jumps in on it. Steve-O's like, yeah, dude, Eric Andre is a fucking bitch, bro. Like, and they just are going in on Eric Andre, like, right in the middle of the podcast. Oliver Tree is sitting in the background with his mullet. You remember Oliver Tree?
Yep.
He's sitting in the background with his mullet, just hanging out while Steve-O and everyone are just talking shit about fucking Eric Andre. I almost talked about it on the show, but Chet Hanks is too wild. You got to be prepared to go into like a whole nother realm of thinking if you want to fuck around with Chet Hanks. He's like Hunter Biden level, like wild. You know what I mean? If you want to dive into a Hunter Biden episode, like if the listener wanted us to do a Hunter Biden episode, we would have to like check ourselves in somewhere or something. Because you start to go into that world, you know what I mean? It's like when Heath Ledger played the Joker in The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
And it took him over. Next thing you know, he killed himself. You have to keep, you know, that level of separation with certain topics, certain subjects. Hunter Biden, definitely one of them.
Okay.
Chet Hanks, another one.
Okay.
You better tread lightly.
I don't know this person.
You'll know soon enough.
I'm going to have to find out.
Because he's taken the world by storm. Legitimately went from being the laughingstock of the rap community. Everyone only knew him as being Tom Hanks' son.
What? Yes, that seems hilarious.
Exactly. Everything he tried, he failed at. And now he just got done acting in this Netflix original series that apparently was pretty good. Apparently he did pretty good in the role. His rap career's apparently coming back. So
what was this role? What show?
I forget the name of the show, but he played like a football player or like a basketball player. And this blonde girl was like trying to like keep him like doing good in his career or something because he was kind of like a fuck up. He was like a really good player, but he was like a fuck up. And this girl was like trying to like help him like wrangle his shit together.
I don't feel like I've heard people talking about it.
I forget the name of it. I didn't watch like not even a full episode of it. So it couldn't have been that good. It's not
sometimes but sometimes people, my clients and stuff, will be talking about different shows.
I feel like that about Severance. I feel like Severance is a really good show, and I feel like it's a popular show, but I will run into so many people that are like, I've never seen Severance.
I've never heard anybody talk about Severance.
It's really good.
I mean, I've seen some of it.
Yeah, I loved it. The ending of the latest season was fucking gay, though. It pissed me off. But you live and you learn, you know. You go through with it.
Was this the third season?
No, it's going into the third season. This was the end of the second season. So, spoiler alert. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to say none. I'll let everyone else figure that one out. So we got Charlie Sheen on JRE, right? Now, there were a couple different time codes. Joe was sitting there, like, in the beginning, it was kind of weird. Joe was like bringing up like all Charlie's like old mishaps and shit. He's like, so, you know, basically like you were a loser, man. Like, you know, during that whole time, he goes, yeah, it's kind of crazy, right? And then you remember I asked about the childhood star thing?
Yes.
When we were watching the documentary, I was like, I could have sworn he was a childhood star. And it turns out that he wasn't, right? At one point, it's funny, Joe goes, yeah, you know, there's not many people that are like childhood stars that end up coming out the ass end of that sane. So he's basically sitting there going like, you're a fucking nut, right? Like, and it was all because of you were a childhood star. And Charlie's in there in his head going, no, I didn't start acting until I was like 19. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't say that to Joe, but it's like in his head, you're probably like, hey, asshole. You know?
Yeah, but I mean,
I wasn't
he still
in
was
anything.
like in that world.
Yeah, I mean, 19 is still pretty young. Like, you can...
Well, that and his dad.
That, true. I never even knew that about Charlie Sheen. I had no idea. I'm not even kidding. I had no idea that guy was his father. Like, that Apocalypse Now and all that. None of that shit. Did not know any of it. But you live and you learn, right? So now we're about to see, and in that doc, he was doing a lot of drugs. Like, we talked about the crack and the blowjob. He was doing the cocaine, a little bit of cocaine. And then he was always drinking. You remember the one part, he's like, I loved nothing more but, like, spiking my morning coffee. He's like, that was the only time I really felt the shit. You know, it was like, okay, dude, chill. Like, so now we're about to see the aftermath of all that. Watch the dementia that takes over Charlie's body in the middle of talking to Joe.
I like entire days of that.
Ooh, that's nice.
Alone on the couch.
Yeah.
Watching
that's
TV.
Nice. It's nice to just shut off, right? It really is. It's all work, no play. Not good.
Not good at all.
Not good.
No.
Bad for you. And bad for your work, too. Because it makes you just kind of, it gets dreary. You don't have the same enthusiasm for it anymore. You know, it's like you need discipline, but you also need enthusiasm.
You know what I was going to say earlier? Thanks. Okay. All right. The memory just, you know, dropped another token in the in the slot.
Why doesn't Joe go blah, 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 like he did with Brian Callen? You know, Brian Callen started tripping over his words. Joe starts going blah, 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 to mock him. Why don't you do that to Charlie Sheen, Joe? That's fucked up. If that was me, I would do it to every single guest that came in. I wouldn't even care. Imagine that. Every single time Joe has a famous person, they trip up on their words, he goes, blah, 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 to fuck with them. That would be actually hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, imagine having, like, the most serious guest on there. Like, he has, like Donald Trump. And Donald Trump goes, hey, you know, it's like the fucking... And Joe goes, and fucking make fun of him. That would be hilarious, dude. I would lose my mind. Why don't you do that to Charlie Sheen, this asshole? I mean, he looks like he's in the mood to.
Yeah.
He definitely looks like he's ready to do some shit like that. Imagine looking at Charlie Sheen like that. After I watched that documentary, Charlie Sheen's the most adorable person I've ever seen in my entire fucking life.
You know what I was going to say earlier? Thanks. Okay. All right. The memory just, you know, dropped another token in the
Shut the fuck up.
in the slot. Is that now it's, you know, it doesn't even connect.
It doesn't? Let's find out.
Uh-oh. Charlie's
He's
shutting
being
down.
sassy now.
Well, that's the thing. Joe's being sassy it's unjustified. Charlie's legitimately going through an episode right now.
Yeah.
Like, Charlie's battery is running out. Like, as we speak, he's like, yeah, you know, it's like a wind-up toy. And Charlie's like
He's
running
like,
out.
Yep.
He's like, you know, I was thinking with the memory and the corn and the slog. The third. And Joe's like, well, let's find out. And Charlie's like, like, you know what I mean? He's just like dying, dude.
in the slot is that now it's it doesn't even connect.
It doesn't. Let's find out.
Well, no, then I actually forgot it again.
Charlie, I forgot it, dude. And Charlie's like content with that. You can see it.
Yeah, he's like, I forgot. Let's move on.
I just forgot. Joe goes, what's that smell? He goes, I just shit my pants. He goes, nothing really. I just shit myself.
Is that now it's it doesn't even connect.
It doesn't. Let's find out.
Well, no, then I
even Jamie is in the background laughing. Jamie goes, this guy's cooked. Jamie's in the background like, this guy's fucking cooked, dude.
I actually forgot it again. How about that? Is that fucking nuts?
It's normal. It's normal. When
Charlie goes, did I ever tell you the story about when the hooker gave me the blowjob and I was smoking the crack? He goes, yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy time. Now watch, you think that's it? You think it's over? You think it's over?
you when you first got Platoon, did you have any idea like what the fuck was going to happen?
I didn't.
Is that for people today?
Imagine he goes, when you first got Platoon, Charlie goes, I got Platoon. He goes, he just doesn't remember anything.
Yeah.
To understand how big that movie was, because it was one of the very first realistic war movies, and I think very importantly, it was done by Oliver Stone, who was actually a veteran of the Vietnam War. You remembering what you wrote down? What you
just that piece? Yeah, I'm not going to forget it again.
I'm not going to forget it again. Charlie, that's how bad the dementia hit him. He had to write it down. He goes, oh, Joe said something about me getting Platoon. He goes, okay. You did the movie Platoon. he writes it down in his notebook. He goes,
it's kind of poor, pitiful.
Yeah,
thing.
he goes, I had to write that down, Joe, so I remembered that I did that movie because just like what's his name? What was the guy that did Malcolm in the Middle? Frankie Muniz?
Yeah,
or whatever?
that's it.
You know that Frankie Muniz doesn't remember recording those.
I feel like I have heard that.
Because he had like some sort of disease or something went wrong with him that he like doesn't remember actually recording all of those episodes of that show, right?
That's wild.
So now that's like Charlie Sheen. He goes, well, Joe, if I don't write it down now,
it didn't happen.
I won't remember. It didn't happen to me. So he has to leave the microphone. He has to go all the way off the camera to over here. And fucking write in the notebook. He goes, make sure you remember you were the star of Platoon. You know?
Yeah.
And Charlie has to look at it. He has writing all over his body like the movie Memento. Everything. His birthday written on his forearm and shit. That's sad, dude.
It is.
It is sad. And you know what's funny is like, you might not catch it in this time code. You'll see him in other time codes. When Charlie, when Charlie talks to you and he says like a point to you, and he wants to like he says something to you, he wants to like almost make sure that it's registering with you. So he almost looks at you in suspicion. Like you'll notice he does it. Like it surprised me just now that he didn't like go like, oh yeah, I forgot that. I'm sorry, I forgot what I was gonna say. And then he looks at him and goes like, you know, he looks over as if he's like suspicious of what the other person's doing. But it's just because he wants to make sure that you're processing what he's saying.
Because he can't process anything.
Because he can barely process it himself. Exactly. He goes, I need to make sure that somebody in the room understands what the fuck is going on here. Because trust me, I ain't the guy. You know, so
he lost
that's basically what he's getting at. He goes, somebody needs to know what's happening here because it ain't me, babe. It ain't me. And it kind of does that throughout the whole episode. Like Charlie will kind of just tell a story and Joe will kind of dissociate from it. And then Charlie will kind of do his hardest to kind of like, or do his best to kind of try to keep his footing and shit. Charlie doesn't do stuff like this.
Right. I was going to ask that question. Like, how many times has he done this?
He's not doing, Charlie's used to like a 60 minutes at best, you know? They go, we only got 15 minutes with Mr. Sheen. And then they only show 4 of it on TV.
Yeah.
You know, that's more what Charlie's used to. Charlie, you sit down with Charlie for 2 hours, you're going to lose him. You're gonna lose him. You know,
For sure.
Like you have to treat Charlie as if he's like a tube floating in the ocean, and if you don't reel that thing in, you know, it's gonna just fucking disappear. You're never gonna see it again. It's very much how Charlie is. So he's doing his best. But then it gets to a point to where like you start to find the conversation coming to an end, right? You can like feel it. You know how you can kind of like feel it when you watch these things. Even in your own conversations, you can feel it that way, coming to an end. I don't think Charlie sees it that way. And Charlie's like telling a story, and then Joe derails the fuck out of the entire story, right? And then Charlie goes, oh, yeah. And then Joe goes, okay, let's wrap this up. He goes, what? It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Let's wrap this up. You just fucked my whole shit up, right, guy? That's like actually derailing a train and then going, okay, I'll see you guys at the station. You go, what do you mean? You just fucked this whole operation up. Like, what do you mean you'll see us at the station?
And you had Russell on some of them too, right?
Yes.
Who's also a master at off the cuff.
Yes, and he was so relieved that the two chairs had shown up, because that's when he joined us in Canada. Yeah. No, he was terrific.
Yeah,
He was
Russell's
great.
awesome.
Yeah. You know, the first night sitting with him, some dude, like, what's like the Canadian version of like a quarter? What's their dollar?
Loonie.
A loonie. Okay,
Yeah.
but that's a dollar?
I think so.
Okay. Is that the heavy one?
Yeah, someone threw it at him.
No, at me.
Oh.
Like, we're in the chair for maybe 5 minutes, and I get from the balcony, I get hit with one right here.
Oh.
And it was like getting punched by like someone with a skinny metal hand, you know? And
Getting punched by someone with a skinny metal hand.
How many people would he know with skinny metal hands?
Apparently a lot. You do enough drugs and you're going to meet a lot of people with skinny metal hands.
Maybe.
Those are like his assistants that are handing him coke. They're just handing him coke in little spoons, and he just thinks they're skinny metal hands. He's so out of his mind. All of his assistants are just putting coke spoons up to his nose. He goes, all the skinny metal hands they're coming after me. He's sniffing all of them.
I think that's probably what it was.
He goes, they all smell so good though. You know, he goes, I try to stay away from the skinny metal hands, but they smell so good. Sniffing all the coke. You punch me like a skinny metal hand.
but like someone with a skinny metal hand, you know? And I just had to kind of pause into that, and they got the guy thrown out. But I just thought, wow, I could have lost an eye.
Yeah.
Russell could have lost an eye.
Getting hit by a skinny metal hand, you lose a lot more than an eye. You lose a lot more than an eye.
What a description.
Yeah. I know, right? I could think of a million ways to describe getting hit in the face with a coin from the balcony than getting punched by a skinny metal hand, you know? That's Charlie Sheen, though, baby. There's a reason why he's sitting in that seat and we're sitting in ours. You know? If you can't use that, like if you don't have the genius to come up with skinny metal hand, sounds like the greatest death metal band ever, dude.
Yeah.
Skinny metal hand. That's fucking genius, dude. Write that one down, Charlie Sheen. You want to write down the fact that you were in Platoon. The Platoon doesn't pale in Platoon pales in comparison
To skinny metal
to
hand.
skinny metal hand.
And it was just like, wow, all right. That's
Also, pretty good shot.
really good shot.
Guy throws a loony from
Yeah.
the balcony and he hits it in the head. That's impressive.
It is.
Because that's not an aerodynamic thing.
It's not. No,
how are you throwing that?
you have to kind of factor in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of flipping in the air.
Yeah. It's kind of
Now, notice Charlie's look of suspicion here. This is it. Charlie's like, well, I don't really... Does he understand what I'm saying? Does he not understand what I'm saying? This is why I bring this time code up, is because, yeah, Charlie's doing this because he wants to see if Joe's processing what he's saying, because Joe is, like, derailing the conversation like I said he would. Charlie's expecting Joe to be like, oh, you got hit in the face with a quarter? Like, did it fracture your eye? Did you have to go to the doctor afterward? Joe
Ask some questions of concern.
He wants a follow-up.
Yeah.
Right? Instead, Joe tries to make a joke. He goes, well, that was a pretty good shot, wasn't it? That guy fucking clocked you in the eye. And then you have to think about the aerodynamics of the coin and the flip and the dip and the what. And Charlie's like looking at him like, did he actually understand what the fuck I was like? Does he know what he's doing right now? Like, answering me this way, you know? And then, so, now Charlie's looking at him like, what's behind? Why is he saying this like this, right? And then Joe goes, okay, let's wrap it up. What? What?
Gotta finish my coin.
Excuse me, guy. I almost lost an eye to a fucking Looney Toonie in Canada. That's what they call the fucking dollars out there. Loonies.
Loonies.
I'm not even fucking with you. So he gets hit in the face with a loony, and Joe's getting toony and fucking trying to end the podcast.
Like a boomerang or something.
Yeah, it's
you
a
know?
frisbee.
It's a frisbee.
Little tiny
yeah,
frisbee.
Yeah. So anyway, there were just moments like that I guess just little cosmic reminders that not everybody was on my side.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Charlie's face is. I can't get up. That is why I say he's so adorable.
Yeah. Yes.
Because
I see it.
these types of faces that he's making like this, he wants so badly to be back with everybody else in reality. He can't do it. He can't. He's Charlie Sheen. Anywhere this guy goes, anyone who's not famous is gonna go winning Tiger's blood. You know what I mean? It's like you're done. You're done. He wants so badly to hang out with us down here. He can't do it.
No.
He can't do it. And he's so up here that even Joe Rogan, he's looking at him like, I want to hang out with you down there. You know? And Joe ain't even down here. Poor Charlie, bro. I wish him well. I wish him well. That's like what rich people say when other people are going through shit. They go, I wish him well.
Like around here, it's bless your heart.
Exactly. That's the bless your heart of Beverly Hills is I wish him well.
Okay.
You know? Because rich people, it's like, they could be like, do you hear about Charlie's, you know, his mom died. She was eaten by alligators. They ate her from her feet first. So she went through all the pain the whole time.
That would suck.
And then some rich asshole goes, I wish her well. He goes, I wish her well. She's dead. He goes, I wish her well. I said, I wish her well.
I sure will.
I'm fucking rich as fuck. What else am I going to do? What do you want me to give her money? Can't give her no money. So now listen to Joe end this shit.
There's that not everybody was on my side.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Which is important too.
Hey, can I hit the bathroom really quickly?
Yeah. We can actually wrap it up. We're getting close.
Okay.
Hey, yo, bro, chill out, bro. Joe will do a podcast for like 8 hours with his friends. I've watched an episode of Protect Our Parks that was 5.5 hours long. I'm not fucking with you. This guy has
Do they take breaks?
Yes, they go to the fucking bathroom. They literally will go to the bathroom.
Okay, because I'm like, I could not.
Yeah, they go to the bathroom. And Charlie, poor Charlie, bro. He's sitting there looking into Joe's eyes lovingly. As if Joe is like his long lost father. As if he's Martin Sheen. And then fucking, he asked to go to the bathroom. Joe just wants to fucking call the whole thing quits. It's like, bro, what are you doing? And Charlie's look, he goes, whoa, you want to end it? He goes, no, man, we can't end it right now.
Me too.
Hey, can I hit the bathroom really quickly?
Yeah. We can actually wrap it up. We're getting close.
Okay.
You want to wrap it up?
Can we just touch on a couple things before we do?
Absolutely.
Is that
Let's
cool?
take a leak and we'll come back.
Okay, cool.
Oh, now this part. He goes, can we just do... He goes, I want to plug my book. I want to, talk about my documentary a little bit.
Yeah, a couple things.
There's a couple things. They talked about the doc a little bit throughout the episode. I skipped pretty far ahead from the last time code. But he goes, yeah, we could talk about all this good stuff. You could promote all your shit when we get back, right? Let's take that piss. We'll be right back. And you can see Joe's face. Joe's like, yeah, I guess so. He takes off his head. Watch how Joe goes, yeah, we'll be right back.
Can we just touch on a couple things before we do?
Absolutely.
Is
Let's
that
take
cool?
a leak and we'll come back.
Okay, cool.
Should we bring this up? I guess we have.
Should we bring this up? He goes, Charlie, should we bring up your book? Charlie, should we bring up the documentary?
Yes, that's the whole point.
Charlie, should we maybe bring up those things that you wanted to bring up when we got back from the bathroom?
I didn't
Before
think
we
they
do?
were going to come
Let's
back.
take
I
a
thought it
leak
would
and
just
we'll come
end
back.
like that.
They're coming back.
Should we bring this up? I guess we have to. So this just happened. We just found out that Charlie Kirk got shot.
Oh.
Yes. Charlie Kirk got shot. Now, I don't know
While they took the break.
While they took the break. So, all because Charlie Sheen had to take a fucking piss. If it wasn't for that, we'd still have Charlie Kirk. But no. They have to fucking pause the goddamn episode because Charlie has to fucking pee. So now they get back from the bathroom. Charlie ain't going to be able to talk about his book. You know?
Not now.
Fucking Charlie Kirk. And Charlie Kirk's name is Charlie too. So now you're really fucked. Now nobody gives a fuck about Charlie Sheen. All the promo for the book, everything, you might as well toss it out the window because for at least the next year, anytime anyone types in Charlie in Google, it's going to be followed by the last name Kirk.
Yep.
I'm telling you that right the fuck now. So you coming back from this bathroom break with high hopes of promoting your shit, you might as well kiss those hopes goodbye, my friend. I'm telling you this now. And Joe's devastated.
It's fucking awful.
And is he dead?
No, I don't think so.
That's what was just
One of the guys out there just said it was
spoken
confirmed that
in
he's
the
dead.
in the lobby was just
I've been looking. I haven't seen anything that said confirmed.
Whoa.
Joe's like, he hated trans people just as much as me, man. I can't believe he's not with us anymore. Joe's about to start crying. Joe's like, he fucking hated those trannies too, man. I can't believe he's not with us.
murder for having a different opinion from somebody else.
Yeah.
Different ideology from somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Beliefs that didn't
Who did
align.
it or-
Yeah.
I'm
He's
sorry?
dead?
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
We're in
Fuck.
Fox News.
Jesus. 27 years old, maybe? 30?
Do they
They're
even
having
have
wildly
a
different
suspect?
experiences with this news.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Joe is devastated because Joe's like, another good right-wing voice is gone. And Charlie's over there like, damn, I was trying to promote my fucking book. Like, Charlie's sitting there like, I can't believe this shit. Poor Charlie. I'm telling you, I say justice for Charlie Sheen. If you ask me, he should have got the promotion he deserves. He didn't deserve his promotion to get shot down like that. If you ask me.
That's why I'm literally trying to track it all on Twitter, and it's all.
Fuck.
Are they ever going to start calling it X? Everybody still says Twitter. Why'd they even change the name?
No one's ever going to call it X.
Why'd they change the name?
It's never going to fucking happen. No one's ever going to call it X. You know why?
Because it's Twitter.
It's not even just that. It's because no one's going to go, oh, did you see that X? Did you see that X? The tweet is the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, no one's going to go, oh, did you see the tweet? Did you, like, everyone will say that. Did you see the tweet? Did you retweet it? Did you this? It's baked in. No one's going to go, did you see the X post? Did you see did you re-exit? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
No one cares. So it's like that level of marketability, it's always just going to stick with that app. It's never going to go away.
Why did they do that?
Because Elon Musk is a fucking fag, dude. He just wants to take shit and ruin it. As much as I'm not going to lie and say that I am very, cool with the fact that he bought that platform. Because, like, he really has, I mean, you see every guy. I literally saw Charlie Kirk get shot in the neck on Twitter.
Right.
Like, so everything is on there. It's no hose barred. It's unfiltered. Pretty much you're going to find. And yes, you're going to have to trudge through a lot of bullshit. A lot of people complain and go, well, now it's racist. Now there's anti-Semitism. Now there's that. There always was. There always was. You're just thinking about it with the wrong perspective. Where before the water was getting through from a little hole, now it's getting through from an actual opening in the fence. You get what I'm saying? It was always still there. It was always still there. So, like, you know, that kind of argument is lost on me when it comes to that. So I am happy that it got bought because, like, yeah, you trudge through the bullshit, but you can find what you need to find on there. And it doesn't help that they serve a little bit of porn on Twitter, you know what I mean? You can actually see full penetration on that motherfucker. No, but in all seriousness, I'm kind of happy with it. Then he goes and buys it. He goes, we're changing it to X. It's like, dude, come the fuck on. You know? But when he bought it, what he did was he like released all these files to the public that were like, yo, Twitter was like taking directions from the government to like block certain subjects from being talked about and stuff. Like the Hunter Biden laptop was a big thing. That like now we know that social media companies, by direction of the Biden administration, were legitimately suppressing the story. So it was stuff like that, which was the reason why Elon even bought it in the first place. But he always does this like give him an inch, take a mile type shit, where he like goes, okay, I bought Twitter to do the free speech, and then he goes, let's change it to X. And then he goes, on top of changing it to X, I'm gonna make my account the top account on the algorithm, you know. So it's like you can't even go through Twitter without seeing a million posts by the guy. And then you know he does that. Then you give him Doge. He goes, I'm gonna save us so much goddamn money in government spending. I'm gonna do the whole thing. And then you give him that, and he goes, okay, now I'm gonna start bringing employees in. They're all going to be 19-year-olds, and they're all going to have screen names like Big Hairy Balls. It's like, what are you doing, man? Like, we're giving you this opportunity to really, like, help us out here. You want to, like, spit in our faces by getting a bunch of 19-year-olds to come into the government to start slashing spending. And then when the news talks about them, they have to refer to these kids as Big Hairy Balls. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, what are you doing? But that's Musk. That's Musk, baby. That's Musk. So now Charlie Sheen, he's a little bit, you know, upset that he doesn't get to talk about his points, right? Because Charlie Kirk is all on the shit.
Right.
You know, you ain't getting away with talking about your shit when a good man like Charlie Kirk has left us. I'm devastated. Let's listen to it next time. Go.
Sure. And then we also never know which stuff was the beta test for the for that specific type of program or that specific type of op to be rolled out.
Yep.
And like where okay, let's see
how they react to this.
Yeah. Oh hell.
Yeah.
That worked like a charm. Okay, activate more of those, Yeah.
Hey, yo, is it me or does Charlie Sheen not have a single tooth in his mouth?
I'm
not fucking with you, dude. Watch every word. You don't even see not a shred of white in that motherfucker.
See
how they react to this.
Yeah. Oh hell. Yeah. That worked like a charm. Okay, activate more of those,
Yeah.
He's running out of steam. That wind-up toy, you gotta crank it. He goes, activate one of those.
I'm stuck on this tooth thing.
One of those. Yeah, on top of the no teeth, he's got no energy. Look at him. My man's gummy. You could get a toothy gum job from Charlie Sheen. Get a nice, good toothy gum job from Charlie Sheen. No problem.
Activate more
one
of those. Yeah.
And he just dies. Conversation over. Joe's like, God, I can't wait for this to be over. Joe's sitting there. That's a bad look. You got the hand on the fucking cheek like that? That's a bad look for the opposite side. Charlie Sheen's over there shaking right now.
Jesus.
So how do we wrap this up on a positive note?
I don't think we can.
No.
I think it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I think we just have to deal with that.
Yeah.
Well, listen, man, it was great to finally actually meet you.
This was amazing.
It was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Really enjoyed talking to you.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I think you'll notice now, I always need a few minutes to get warmed up.
Yeah.
He needs a few minutes.
I see some teeth.
You saw some?
I did.
Oh, let's go back. Oh, whoa. There they go. Them bitches look tiny. Yeah, Charlie Sheen's got some tiny teeth. That's how you know the Coke.
It must be the name Charlie. Oh.
They all have tiny teeth because Charlie Kirk had some tiny teeth too. He had like the shark mouth where like his gums were huge and his teeth were really tiny.
Yes.
Charlie Kirk had some tiny fucking teeth, bro. But he was a great man. He was an American patriot. Charlie Kirk. Wow. Oh. Oh. No, and you know what's really fucked up is like people celebrating that shit. Like, no joke. Let's finish out these time codes because I do have some stuff to talk about with that Charlie Kirk shit. It's kind of fucked up. So now watch this shit. Look, that was a little bit awkward. Charlie's like, you got to get me warmed up. It's like, get you warmed up, bro. You almost fell asleep 5 times during the fucking show. What are you talking about? And then at the end, Joe said goodbye at 2 hours and 28 minutes. Right?
Yes.
We are now at 2 hours and 48 minutes. 10 minutes later. And Joe still has not let the guy go. We also have 3 minutes left in the show. So now Joe has tried twice now to fucking shake this asshole. And Charlie will not let it go. To the point to where, like, now Charlie starts trying to, like, befriend Joe. He starts bringing up shit that he thinks Joe likes and is interested in hopes of sparking up another conversation. Joe's like, bro, we ended this 20 minutes ago.
Go home.
Go home, Charlie. I bet Charlie's heard that a lot in his life. Go home,
yes.
Charlie. Just like that, people say it to him, too. Go home, Charlie. They say it every time like that.
Do anything hard in the gym. You don't have to lift weights. You don't have to punch the bag. All those things are great. But just do a hot yoga class for 90 minutes every day. You will live in a different world.
Yep. 13 up, 13 down, right? Yeah.
You will live in a world of kindness and sweet people and hello, friend.
Right. Because you've already put yourself through something that nobody else can deliver the rest of the day. Yeah. They can't deliver that kind of pain you just inflicted on yourself.
And it's a constant battle to see if you can use 100% effort.
Exactly.
You're constantly battling. Can I hold this pose for 15 more seconds?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, Joe Rogan looks at me like that, I'm calling the police. Okay? I'm going to be like, sir, there's a chimpanzee in my house. 911. There's a chimpanzee in my house. I need him extracted. FBI, open up! I'd be like, get him out of here, guys. This is crazy.
Can I hold this pose for 15 more seconds?
Yeah. And there's no cheat zone. Exactly. There's no, you can't.
Right? I feel like that's the face he makes when he's coming.
Oh, yeah. And Charlie Sheen's looking at him like, is he winning? I don't know if he's winning. And Joe's like, oh. Joe's about to bust the fattest jellyfish all over Charlie Sheen.
Exactly.
There's no, you can't.
Right, and because you're always doing it 100% of what you can do.
Right. Yeah. No, I was going to his studio on like Rexford in the early 80s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man. We were with that original crew.
Wow.
Yeah. That original crew.
One thing that was really cool.
Old people always do that. They always go the crew. Me and the crew. And it's always some attack. Remember the mobsters, the last episode we talked about the mobsters? And the guy's like, what did you do?
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, phony? Yeah, phony. He started getting pissed off. Those are the same guys, those mafia guys. They go, it was me and Tony and the crew. You know, every time these guys. What were you born in? Fucking 1930? The crew.
Wow.
Yeah, man. We were with that original crew.
Wow.
Yeah. There's one thing that was really cool.
You know, though, it's this age, too, and it's kind of sad. Like, this type of person, they just...
Yeah. I know. You got to put them down. Like, this is like how if a horse breaks its leg, you go, you can't fix it. You know what I mean? So you just bring it out back and shoot it. At that point.
It's just sad.
It is. That's what I'm saying. Because Charlie's eventually going to get older than this.
Yeah.
And then what do you think's going to happen? It's going to be worse. He's going to be rolling around in some sort of like high-tech fucking wheelchair thing. Chiseled jaw. More plastic surgery. And he's going to have the torso of a fucking potato. Idaho style. And you know what I mean? And then it's like, now what does he have left to live for? It's like, just shoot him. Please. After we got the Netflix doc, we don't need any more.
That's it. You're done.
Respectfully.
Kareem was in there.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Yeah.
Wow.
And a lot of the stuff with the arms above the head, he can only go about here because of the ceiling. Yeah. I would come in late sometimes, and Kareem would already be in there, and so his shoes would be like next to his locker. So I would put still wearing my shoes inside his.
We still haven't ended the episode. Joe has said goodbye a long, long time ago.
Probably multiple times.
Well, this is the third time. This is the third attempt.
Shoes, just because I just had to. I mean, it's cool as fuck. It's Kareem, right? And so, but then Quincy Jones was also in there.
Quincy Jones. As if anybody even knows who Quincy Jones is. What is a Quincy Jones? I mean, I beats me.
Right? And so the mirror, you could see the front desk where you check in behind you. Like you could see it, but it was behind us. We're all facing forward. And for about a 6-month period, Quincy's in the little Speedos. And he's giving it his all. He'd be in the middle of like the standing bow or the freaking head to knee or something like a triangle or something really complicated. And he'd stop. And he'd leave the class, but you'd see him going to the desk and writing shit down, fucking sweating in his Speedo, right?
Joe, end this. Joe, you got to end this. You know what's fucked up is I don't even think 48, 50. No, for some reason. There was like one point. Let's just get away from this. I want to talk about this Charlie Kirk bullshit, and then we can end this episode. But there was like a one point Charlie Sheen was like, he was like, oh, I just got this sauna blanket and I bring it with me everywhere. Because Joe Rogan's like, remember I told you Joe freezes himself and then he thaws himself out? He does that every morning. He's like, I do the ice bucket and then I get in the sauna and I work out for 18 hours and then I do this. So that was like Charlie's trying to, a lot of these comedians now will get on there, anyone will get on there and go, I just bought a sauna for my house. And they want Joe to go.
They're like relatable thing.
Yeah, they want Joe to go, oh, you bought it? What kind? Did you get this one? Oh, the ice bath? Did you buy like the Arctic Freeze 3000? Like, and Joe, because Joe knows all the models. And so it's like every time somebody gets on there now, they go, let me relate to Joe with this. So Charlie goes, I got this sauna blanket. I bring it with me everywhere. And he goes, I actually heard you bring yours with you everywhere. He goes, I don't. It was like the funniest thing. He goes, I bring it with me sometimes. Like, but it was just funny to see Charlie go like, we can keep this podcast going. We can be friends, right? I got a sauna blanket. Joe's like, I don't have a sauna blanket. You know what I mean? Like, shit had me dying, dude. So I wanted to go. We can talk about this Charlie Kirk thing. It's kind of, the whole thing was kind of fucking crazy, man. Like, obviously, like a couple days ago, Charlie Kirk gets shot in the neck. You weren't too familiar with Charlie Kirk. I wasn't really either. Like, I knew of Charlie Kirk. I knew, like, that he was an online figure, and I knew he was a right-wing online figure. But I never watched his content. I never knew, a whole lot about it or anything like that. So, like, when I personally saw like and heard about him getting like shot in the neck at like these debate things that he likes to do at these colleges, it like fucking shocked me. But like only for the simple fact that I legitimately had no idea who the hell he was. Like in that regard,
Yeah.
Like normally you think about like a Martin Luther King. You think about a JFK, like everyone knew who those people were when they got shot. Charlie Kirk, not too many people knew like who he was like that. You know what I mean? At least not that I know. Like,
I don't know. I feel like it has been the talk.
Now,
I feel like, yeah, well, if it was the talk now, then clearly people knew who he was.
It's not that I'm saying nobody knew who he was. I'm saying like how I had told you when I was like kind of putting it into perspective, like how I saw it.
No one's going to make the straight white guy that glorified that he's ever going to come across that big in like mainstream media until he gets shot.
I mean, I guess, but you think about like JFK was a straight white guy.
Different time.
Everyone knew who he was, you know? But that I'm not saying that people don't know Charlie Kirk. That's not what I'm saying. Like the best way that I was trying to describe it, how I described it to you before, was like it would be like if somebody was pissed off at the president but killed the mayor of New York because of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they assassinated the mayor of New York because like the president was enforcing policies that they didn't like or something like that. That's how I saw it. I was like, this is not like the guy. You know what I mean? Like that's what was so surprising to me. Out of all of the right-wing figures that I know of online.
Why did they choose him?
Dude, you have like Andrew Tate, you have Nick Fuentes, you have fucking Patrick Bet-David, you have Dan Bilzerian, you have like all these different people that like are way more divisive of a guy than Charlie Kirk is. You know, like, so the whole thing just struck me as like really odd. And then because of that, I was like, and it impacted me. Like, it like actually impacted me. Like seeing the video, and then like for some reason me just not knowing too much about his content and stuff like that. Like I knew what he did, I just never watched any of it. It like made me feel, I guess you could say, quote unquote, a lot more than like I thought it should have. So I looked into like exactly who he was, and I read his Wikipedia and stuff. This guy started a Christian, like conservative organization straight out of college called Turning Point. And they pretty much like advocate for a lot of like right-wing policies and stuff like that. And through that, he like started a social media presence and then put other creators on, and that's how like Turning Point ended up starting to get like its funding and became like larger and different. That he's been like the CEO and co-founder of it since they started it. So like I guess that mixed with like his political content of him kind of like campaigning college campuses and like debating people just got people really riled up in like who the guy is. And he said a lot of like weird stuff in his time. Like I think there was one time I heard him say like there's a clip of him saying like if I get on a plane and the pilot's a black woman, I sure hope that she'd be smart or some shit. Like he says like some crazy shit like that. He's like, I hope if my pilot's a black woman, she better be competent or some shit like that, which is like, you could say that I guess about any pilot. You go, I hope my pilot's competent, but you throw like a black woman in there and you're kind of like, well, now you're singling someone out. Like, you know what I mean?
Correct.
So it's like he says like some wacky shit like that. But the one thing I will say is anytime I've seen his shit, unlike a lot of these other figures that have been in these debate spaces, he like is he was very respectful. Like he wouldn't like over talk when like if someone was trying to say something. He's
not trying to like scream an argument at you,
dude. To the point to where like he would like say something, and then he would legitimately put his mic down and take his hand off of it. Like that's how much he would not interrupt someone. You know, usually these people are like the mic is staying right here. He will rebuttal, like he would rebut someone's point and then go and put the mic down and then sit there and listen to them. So that was kind of like, for whatever crazy shit he said, he still was respectful enough to let whoever say whatever to counterpoint him. He never was like that.
Yeah.
Wasn't like a tyrant. So the whole thing kind of just struck me as, I don't know, I was really taken aback by it. Now, I know that was me getting a little serious, right? And this is not that kind of show. So there were some funny things to come out of the Charlie Kirk assassination. Allow me to bring you Exhibit A. So, right after Charlie Kirk's assassination, this was a little snippet from MSNBC. They were trying to keep up to date with the shit live in real time, you know? We'll do it live! Well, you remember I showed you?
Yes.
Who was that? Bill O'Reilly? I think it was Bill O'Reilly. He goes, "We'll do it live. This is fucking bullshit." So they're trying to keep up with the with the assassination live. And then one of their fucking anchors says this.
In which a shooting like this happens.
Yeah, and again, to emphasize what you just emphasized, we don't know any of the full details of this. That we don't know if this was a supporter shooting their gun off in celebration, or so we have no idea about.
In which a shooting like this.
So now, just in case anyone missed it, who's listening, this guy said, we have no idea what's going on with this shooting right now. We don't know if it was a Charlie Kirk supporter shooting off their gun in celebration. Now, think about how fucking crazy that is to say. I don't think ever in the history of news reporting has there ever been a mass shooting or a public shooting like this, and they've go, maybe someone was shooting off their gun in celebration. Yeah. I don't think I've ever heard that. That shit had me, I was dying. I was dying listening to that when I first heard it. And it was fast, because that was a fast clip. That was like not even 10 seconds, right?
Yeah.
So I was scrolling through X, right? I was scrolling through X. And that was like a passerby clip. I heard it like as the scroll was going by. I had to stop and go back. I was like, wait, what did they just say? As if Yosemite Sam is sitting in the front row of the Charlie Kirk debate. Charlie Kirk says some shit and puts his mic down and he goes, woo! And fucking shoots his gun off like a fucking crazy ass cartoon or some shit. You know Yosemite Sam.
Yeah.
He's shooting the gun off so hard that it's making him go into the air. He's blasting into the air. He's shooting the gun off so fucking hard. So now Yosemite Sam's at the Charlie Kirk rally. That's what you're fucking telling me? That's what you're telling me. MSNBC.
Right in the neck.
And he goes, that's a goddamn good saying, right? Bam! Shoots him. Dude, the front row was like 15 feet away from Charlie Kirk. You trying to tell me that they... And then to say it as if it's like this nonchalant thing, right? Like to go, maybe it was just a supporter. As if that guy wouldn't have gotten dogpiled on and completely butt-fucked by the police the second that he did it. Whether it be accident or not, right? Now, here's the real big kicker. Look, you should do it to me. Go, blah, 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 while I'm fumbling over my words like Joe Rogan. So, here's the real big kicker to me is that, like, MSNBC, I don't know, because I don't watch the news like that, really, because I don't trust the news, I guess. I'm not one of them. I don't know if MSNBC is, like, right or left or middle or whatever. I don't know.
I don't know either.
But it seems to me, by saying something like this, you're trying to paint the supporters of Charlie Kirk in a certain light. Does that make sense to you a little bit? Like, to say that anyone is shooting their gun off in celebration and accident. So he said, do you know what the last words this guy said were?
This one?
Charlie Kirk.
Something about violence.
Something about violence. So the person asked him, do you know how many mass shootings there were this year in America? Charlie answered him back by saying, counting or not counting gang violence. The last words to come out of his mouth were counting or not counting gang violence. So some guy in the crowd was like, that's a goddamn bar right there. Fucking shoots his gun off of that.
Right.
That's what you're saying? That these people are that stupid? Like, that's what it made me feel like. I was like, oh, so they're trying to paint these people as like bad or stupid people, uneducated people by doing this. I thought that was fucking hilarious. And then, of course, who's the one reposting it? My man Dave Portnoy right there. Let's give it up. Dave Portnoy pointing that one out. And the only reason he has such a problem with MSNBC is because they don't do enough reporting on anti-Semitism. He goes, if they talked about anti-Semitism more, I'd be on their side. He would go, it was a supporter. Because Dave likes, Dave likes censorship. That's all I'm trying to say, everybody. So you had that, right? That was one thing that came out of this. Now, another thing that I guess this is maybe getting on a little bit more of a serious note. Another thing that I thought was fucking crazy to me was people legitimately celebrating this. Like, people were going online and posting videos of themselves being like, yay, Charlie Kirk is dead and blah, blah, blah. And look, I make a ton of jokes where I'm like, oh, you should kill yourself if you do this. You should like start your life over if you this is all for humor, bro. Like if I said a joke on here and somebody did something like off of that, I would feel fucking crazy off of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I would not be like, okay, this is great. Oh, you did it? Great. Awesome. Like I would be like fucking I'd tell you I would never make a joke like that again. You know, like I would be fucked up. I'd be fucked up off of it. I'd be fucked up. Right? So to see people like posting videos like that, I was like, dude, this is fucking wild, bro. Wild. And it's all like, there's either two things behind it. One, you're doing it for show, which is just as fucking crazy, or two, you're actually depraved. You know, and you're like legitimate about your celebrations in this, which like you could disagree with the guy as much as you want. It's not like It's not like Charlie Kirk was like raping children, bro. Like, you know what I mean? He might have said some wild and crazy shit, but it's not like he was on the fucking Epstein list. Like, this is what I'm saying, is people to be doing that. And the celebrations, like, this was a guy celebrating the second it fucking happened. Watch this. Look at this guy. All up in a tizzy, bro. He's like, yes, he's fucking shot. Like, that's insanity, bro. To be like that. Now, here's the funny thing about this. I don't know if I have the tweet saved. But this guy, right? That guy that was celebrating like that.
Yeah.
And pretty much a lot of people that are celebrating by posting their shit, like videos and stuff. Everybody online that's like supporters of Charlie Kirk, they're all finding these people, doxing them, sending their posts to their jobs and shit. Like getting people like legitimately fired from like shit. That guy that was doing that, people started flooding his social media pages. They found him immediately. They're talking all this shit. He doubles down initially. He goes, yo, yeah, so what? Blah, 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 right? Now the threats start getting heavier. People, maybe his family starts getting reached out to and stuff like that. So then that guy, he goes on, he goes, I wasn't celebrating. I was standing up so the security team could see, like, this is where we need to get evacuated from. He tries lying and saying that. He goes, guys, I have a family. I'm scared. Everyone's fucking harping up because I mean, I'm not saying it's justified that you get fucked with over doing this, because now at that point you're getting into like an eye for an eye type situation, right? But I mean, you can't, if you're gonna do that, like,
why can't the harassment of that just stay online?
Well, typically it is, like, but it's not at the same time, because it's like the people are doing it from an online standpoint.
No, you're affecting his
actual life. Yes, but they're not like going to his house and being like, I'm going to fuck you up. Now, that being said, I'm not saying that this is all justified behavior. This is insane. This is, if you're somebody that takes the time out of your day to do something like this, to be like, I'm going to call someone's job over this, like, you're just as crazy as the person celebrating, in my opinion. You know?
Yeah.
Like, you should have better things to do. As an average American, like, yes, them doing that is evil and it's whatever. You, as an average American, should have way better things to do, in my opinion. Like breathing, for example, would be a really good point of that, right? Do you have a place to live? Yes? Clean it. You know? There's a lot you could do with your time rather than doing something like that. So that's just as crazy. I agree. But it's just funny to me that, like, if you're gonna post a video online and go, oh well, if he's gonna say crazy shit, then he should expect a crazy outcome. Why should I feel bad for him, right? Now, if you're gonna say something like that, then same kind of applies to you. If you're gonna make a video saying some crazy shit, and then somebody online calls your job and fucking outs you for it, and you get fired. You know, it's like, you had that same approach. You know, it's kind of like, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
But some of these people, so the celebrations, right? The celebrations are one thing. Now, of course, my mouse is acting up. So the celebrations are one thing. I want you to check this one out, though.
You support a shooter?
This one had me dying, bro. So now look. This one happened like almost in real time. This guy was like live streaming, right? And someone, I guess, maybe is wearing a Charlie Kirk shirt or something. This guy is talking some shit. Now watch. This one had me dying. This is funny.
You support a shooter?
Yep, sure do. It's for you.
You support Charlie Kirk shooter?
Sure do. He does all a favor.
Would you shoot somebody like Charlie Kirk?
I would have killed him myself.
You would have killed him yourself? Okay. Do you have a job here in Seattle?
Nope. I do TikTok for a living.
A few moments later.
Look, he says, I do TikTok for a living.
Mm-hmm.
My man, you wearing a fucking T-Mobile bucket hat.
Charlie Kirk?
This is an actual T-Mobile bucket hat. You see that?
You would have
I'm trying to get a good frame of it. Look at this T-Mobile sign.
killed him yourself?
This guy's hat is going, ba-na-na-na-na. You know what I mean?
Oh. Okay. Do you have a job here in Seattle?
Nope. I do TikTok for a living.
A few moments later.
Oh, so you Trump supporters want to call my mom and threaten to kill my mom? Oh, yeah. That's why I called the police on you. And I'm reporting you for doxing and harassment. You're going to fucking prison, buddy. That's a federal charge.
What is this guy, 14? He goes, oh, yep. You call my house? You call my house past 10 p.m.? Wake up my parents, yeah? Like, he sounds crazy, dude. He sounds kind of retarded a little bit, right?
He might be.
He might be Downs. He might be.
What's this other thing he's supporting for his little
What is that?
lanyard, whatever?
Something Oh, something bitches. Emo bitches. I heart emo bitches.
Okay.
That I can get behind. I can get behind you liking some emo bitches. A little My Chemical Romance for them emo bitches. You smell me. This guy, State Farm 206, this guy's name is. Oh, yep. You gonna call my mom and try to get me grounded? Oh, yep.
Kill my mom? Oh, yeah. So you Trump supporters...
He goes, oh, you Trump supporters, you gonna try to call the principal, get me suspended from school? Oh, yep.
I do TikTok for a living.
A few moments later.
Oh, so you Trump supporters want to call my mom and threaten to kill my mom? Oh, yeah. That's why I called the police on you. And I'm reporting you for doxing and harassment. You're going to fucking prison, buddy. That's a federal charge. You're really going to call my mom and threaten her on the phone? Yep. Okay, I didn't want to have to bring the police in this because I hate the police, but now I'm going to.
I don't want to bring the police in this. I hate the police.
But I'm going to.
She's like, I didn't want to tell my mom because, like, I never want to tell my mom about stuff because I'm not, like, a snitch. But I'm going to have to tell my mom about this. He's like, you know what I mean? He's really got that kind of energy to him.
He does.
Like, it's so fucking funny. The initial, oh, yeah. Like, when he does that is so fucking gold, bro.
A few moments later.
Oh, so you Trump
Not that one.
No, I don't.
The next one.
supporters want to call my mom and threaten to kill my mom? Oh, yeah. That's why I called the police on you. And I'm reporting you for doxing and harassment. You're going to fucking prison, buddy. That's a federal charge. You're really going to call my mom and threaten her on the phone? Yep. Okay, I didn't want to have to bring the police in this because I hate the police, but now I'm going to. I have all the receipts. You're fucked. You are fucked. They can trace your phone calls.
They can trace your phone calls, he says. He thinks that this is like that Ice Cube War of the Worlds movie.
Yeah.
Where, like, the police can just sit in a chair and do every single thing, like, that's possibly imaginable. Like, Ice Cube was, like, controlling, like, traffic cameras and shit and, like, changing the directions of them. And I was like, dude, you can't do that. Like, what the fuck is even happening here? He goes, hold on, baby. I'm going to unlock this Tesla for you. You just hack a Tesla from, like, a government building, like that one single model? Like, how'd you find the serial number on the motherboard chip? I don't understand that. Like, what the fuck? Holy shit. This guy, he believes that everything is like that. He goes, they're going to trace your calls. They know what you had for breakfast last week.
And they care.
Oh, yeah.
Called my mom and said you're going to kill her? Okay, wait till I get home. I dare you double dog dare you to show up to my house.
Double dog dare you. A double dog dare you. He looks like a Down syndrome. He looks like one. He has Down syndrome. I think we might be fucking up here. Because I think we legitimately might be making fun of like Love on the Spectrum level.
We might be.
Type shit. Like he, like right off frame is like the crew from Love on the Spectrum. They're filming him right now. He's like in the middle of the season. His date is like over on the side. He's like, oh, yep. His date is over there like all scared and shit. She's like, can you guys bring me home? Like, I'm fucking scared over this.
Okay, wait till I get home. I dare you, double dog dare you to show up to my house. I will kill you my fucking self. Don't ever threaten my mom out like that, bitch.
Don't ever threaten my mom. I like that. Listen.
I will kill you my fucking self. Don't ever threaten my mom out like that, bitch. Fuck you, Trump supporters. You guys are pussies. You guys are gonna dox my mom? Oh, you got me fucked up now. I'm pissed. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. His mouth is like a perfect circle, too. He's like, oh.
Mom, oh, you got me fucked up now. I'm pissed. Oh.
Oh, it's like a black hole. Oh, imagine he didn't stop for like 30 straight seconds. He goes, oh. We have to stop recording soon. I'm losing my mind.
Oh, you thought I was being nice now. I'm about to fly around and fuck you guys up. Oh.
He said, I'm about to fly around and fuck you guys up. Imagine him like, he goes, oh, he's like flying through the air like a bird. Oh, yep. That's like his fly. He's like flying through the air going, oh, yep. Oh, yep. Oh, that's so fucking funny, dude. That's so fucking funny. Poor Charlie Kirk, man. Rest in pieces, dude. You got this guy. Rest in Reese's Pieces, Charlie Kirk. You know, I don't wish that on my worst enemy. Although I might wish it on my best friend. No, I'm just kidding. All right, see ya.
I like you when you move it, so tell me